begun. Agree or disagree with North Carolina's inclusion in the tournament? There was no doubt last night which team needed to advance. North Carolina blowing out San Diego State. There was a thriller before that game. We'll get to that on today's show and more games tonight as Mount St. Mary's will play American and Xavier will take on Texas ahead of tomorrow's full first-round action. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. Swain, good afternoon. How are you?
What's up? What's up? I mean, it didn't matter if North Carolina deserved to be in or not. They're in, and they played awesome last night. So awesome that it was boring in the last 10 minutes of the game. They were beating San Diego State so bad that it just wasn't worth watching. But that's what you expected from North Carolina, to come out and play well, win. A lot of pressure on those guys because everyone was questioning whether they belong or not. And it just doesn't matter at the end of the day. You're in, and your job is to win, move forward, survive and advance, and they did more than just survived.
That will be Tennessee's goal tomorrow night. Just beat Wofford.
That's it. That's what it's about. Survive and advance, and Tennessee right now is playing their best basketball, balanced on both ends of the court. Offensively, I don't know if it's the highest KenPom rating we've seen as far as offensive adjusted efficiency, but the eye test would suggest, yes, that offensively you're playing the best that you've played all season long.
This is one of Rick Barnes' highest rankings from an offensive standpoint.
Oh, yeah. So good vibes for Tennessee.
At least at Tennessee, I should say. Not counting Texas there. But, yeah, really good vibes. You got Wofford. You have to – it should be, you know, the sports betting accounts, they'll do the sweat-free promos and bonuses for you. It should be a sweat-free night. Tomorrow you get a reasonable tip-off time. Very excited for that, 6:50. Should be sweat-free into Saturday.
You got a problem with yesterday?
Well, the games that start after 9 o'clock are a little tougher. Can be.
Okay, all right.
But I went to bed knowing the outcome of the North Carolina game. I stayed up in time to know how that one was going.
Yeah. Discussing it leading up to the game last night, had a pretty good feeling that North Carolina would win. And if you're Ole Miss, you better be on alert because they might beat you. In fact, I'm picking North Carolina to beat Ole Miss.
It may be prisoner of the moment, but I'm kind of thinking the same thing. Well, it's common. It's expected that one of these 11-seed play-in winners goes on a run. Not guaranteed, but history tells us one of these teams, either the winner last night, which is North Carolina, or the winner between Texas and Xavier tonight, is likely to win a first-round game. Tennessee did it in 2014, was an 11-seed winner, and then went on to go to the Sweet 16.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if the Tar Heels do the same thing. What's up with West Virginia's governor? How is he feeling today? You think he okay?
Well, he has to both fight the NCAA by choice and go find a new basketball coach because their coach is headed to Indiana. One and done.
Yeah, coach is like, thanks for the fight, but I'm leaving. Thanks for having my back, but I'm going to Indiana. See you later.
What about that?
And I'm taking my son. His son's on the team, right? With eligibility?
He took his team last year from Drake to West Virginia. So, yeah, might as well do the same from West Virginia to Indiana. That's the new thing. Just bring your team with you.
Wow, man. Now, listen, I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing. Indiana's a better job. And
by far.
You're in a state that breathes basketball. Like, you'll get all the resources. When you were the one team that went out and got Ballo, when we heard about the numbers of what he was looking for, we knew Tennessee wasn't going to play in those waters. And Indiana was like, okay, we'll play.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Did anybody, while the governor's holding that press conference, he's talking about the National Corrupt Athletic Association, which is clever. I'll hand him that. I would imagine it's been used before.
I'm sure it was used by
but
the Boz when he was at Oklahoma back in the day.
Yeah, probably. Was it brought up that West Virginia went one and done in the Big 12 tournament to a bad Colorado team, I think, that finished 14-20? Was this brought up? They won 19 games. They went 19-13. This is who we're fighting for?
Didn't we have a conversation about how it's important to have a no man in your corner?
Yeah.
Like
somebody steps in there.
Everyone has yes men, right? Tell you what you want to hear, make you feel good.
Yep.
The echo chamber. But you need a no man. You need someone to say, no, man. Like, that's not a good idea. Like, what are you doing?
This would have been a perfect occasion.
Like, I could do that. The governor could have called me. He could have rehearsed what he was going to say, and I could have listened. And all I had to say was, hey, Gov, no, man. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
That's going to embarrass the whole state. Don't do that.
Pro teams or really any business at this point could use a common sense director. A no man for public relations mishaps.
Can't you envision the commercials? Do you think your stuff don't stink? Do you have a problem with people in your circle always agreeing with you? Well, call us. We'll tell you, no, man.
You need a no man in your corner.
That's right. You need a no man. Everyone needs a no man.
The West Virginia governor, he needs a no man, and his state university needs a new basketball coach because he's headed to Indiana.
Right. Do you remember that the one time where the Eagles made Riley Cooper the February month of the calendar years ago? Huh? You remember that?
Problem?
That's an example of needing a no man in your corner.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That would be an example.
Yeah, great example. Yeah.
There was a Southwest Airlines, not going to get, I've never flown Southwest, but Southwest Airlines had some changes that upset some of their customers, and they went on social media and had a post that said, I'm paraphrasing, but, well, not like we traded Luka.
Yeah, we didn't trade Luka.
The whole salt in the wound move is not going to probably play right here.
No, man.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Yep. Everybody, if you don't have a no man, get you one.
Gotta get you a no man.
Get you one. Zakai Ziegler, his focus is on winning tomorrow, getting to the Sweet 16 this weekend, but he continues to get accolades. Third-team All-American by the AP yesterday, today by the NABC, and as we started the show, third-team All-America recognition from the USBWA, that is the United States Basketball Writers Association. So sporting news, USBWA, NABC, AP.
What? Are you rapping?
Josh,
I didn't know you was a rapper.
I feel like I dropped a couple of bars
I
there.
didn't know you was a rapper in your free time.
What do you think about it?
My goodness, that was pretty impressive, man.
You down with the NABC?
That was like, yeah, you know me. That was like Eminem worthy right there, Josh.
Close.
That's what you been working on the last 2 days?
That was it. Yep.
Coming out with an album, huh?
That was it. Yeah, I missed you the last couple of days. Hate missing the Monday after Selection Sunday.
It's all right, man. The good part is Thursday. When Tennessee takes Wofford, put him over that lap, and whoop that backside. That's what I'm expecting on Thursday. Sorry, Wofford grads who are listening. You know what's about to happen.
Yeah, you expect total blowout, beginning to end?
You know Tennessee went blow to blow with the number one team in the country. You know Tennessee beat up and was up on the number one team in the country, according to the polls, by 12 points in the SEC championship game and beat them, and then was blow to blow with the eyeball number one team in the country in Florida. Mm-hmm. What you think is about to happen against Wofford?
Well, it's postseason. You got to throw out the records.
I'm sorry, there's not. You know their center is a below the rim post player with a headband who shoots granny shots.
Yeah.
What do you think Felix Parr is going to do? He's going to say, no, man. Swat that stuff out of there.
Felix Akpar is Tennessee's no man.
Exactly. And Zakai Ziegler and Jemai Mashak. Yeah, for sure.
They got a lot of no men.
Exactly.
You can never have too many no men when it comes to the defensive end of the floor at NCAA tournament time. I am with you. I think Tennessee is going to cruise tomorrow night. I like this draw. I like this draw a lot for Tennessee.
It's better than 2 number 1 seeds draw. It's better than Auburn's draw, and it's better than Florida's draw. So let's get it.
I think it's better than the draw that the number 1 seed in the region got.
Yeah.
I would much rather play UCLA or Utah State than Gonzaga in the second round.
Yeah.
And Gonzaga has to win. I recognize that to get there, but it wouldn't be a conversation for me. I said on the show last week, hey, the team that I would want to avoid as a second-round game, because I thought Gonzaga would likely be a 7 seed. I thought they had done enough. They beat St. Mary's in the conference title game, and I thought they would move up from some of the projections of an 8, and they did not. They stayed at 8, so Houston, a number 1 seed, gets a team that KenPom ranks as the number 9 team in the country in the second round. Their national ranking by KenPom is almost the same as the seed number Gonzaga has in the Midwest region. So you never know, and you have to respect every opponent. UCLA would not be an easy team to beat, but I like Tennessee's chances against UCLA or Utah State if Utah State wins.
They love Rick Barnes, man. They love Rick Barnes. They respect Rick Barnes. That's why he got the hookup. I mean, you have to believe that, right? You have to believe that. How can you ignore the fact that Bubba Cunningham was the chair of the committee and North Carolina gets the last spot and not believe that Rick Barnes got the hookup?
No. Bubba left the room. He was out of the room during those discussions.
But his opinions were still in the room.
I've seen a couple of the memes or however you describe them of, Bubba's outside the room peering through the glass.
Oh, yeah.
Outside.
Yeah, he was outside the room, all right.
Josh's rap career might need a no man. We'll consider that. 865-656-9900 is how you can be a part of the show. We want to hear what you think. What do you think about Tennessee's draw with 1 game to go? Confidence level for the weekend? Final Four hopes, expectations, and everything else. We'll talk Tennessee football this afternoon. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. We continue on Josh and Swain.
Saving you money is our second passion. Never miss a deal. Text the word SWEET to 865-656-9900.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those 3 items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted number 1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit whiteheadautosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
Are you tired of struggling with your gate every time you come home? Say goodbye to the hassle and hello to convenience with Stanley Fencing, your East Tennessee experts and automatic gate operators. From big fencing jobs to cozy backyard setups, they've got you covered. At Stanley Fencing, they take pride in not just building fences, but building lasting relationships with their customers. Because when you choose them, you're not just getting a fence, you're getting a partner for life. Stanley Fencing, where quality and care come together.
According to the Oxford Dictionary, the definition of a habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Fitness Together's team of certified trainers specializes in helping their clients create a habit of exercise and nutrition that they won't quit. My trainer, Austin, at the Bearden location, has certainly done that for me. I look forward to improving each and every session. Visit KnoxFT.com, schedule your free fit consultation today, and get 3 free training sessions when you mention the sports animal. That's KnoxFT.com.
Winning just got closer at the Mint Gaming Hall. Win up to $250,000 this month in the Tax Buster promotion. Be chosen in the Friday and Saturday drawings and play your way to up to a $250,000 prize. Take a free swipe on Sundays through Thursdays to win up to $500 free play. Play Tax Buster at the Mint Gaming Hall in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Check out themintgaming.com for details. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Winning just got closer.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Harvall's team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like our Vols, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL 214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
If you're concerned about the state of the economy or your taxes, we'd love to help you. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach and now financial advisor with Axiom Wealth Management.
And I'm Daniel Ramsey, financial advisor with Axiom.
At Axiom, we want to partner with you, listen to your goals, and work with you to achieve those goals.
Whether you're looking to retire early, succession planning for your business, or just need some financial guidance,
call us today or head to axiom.nm.com to schedule a no-obligation consultation. Axiom Wealth Management is a Northwestern Mutual private client group.
At Chafee, we believe your home or business should be a place where comfort and reliability come together seamlessly. With our comprehensive HVAC, plumbing, and electrical services, we ensure your systems work flawlessly, giving you peace of mind and exceptional comfort. Chafee Air and Plumbing is an independent American Standard heating and air conditioning customer care dealer, and they are ready to assist you. Trust in our innovative designs that are engineered for comfort. Call 865-381-4414 or visit coolingheatingplumbing.com.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us at Josh and Swain on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Dustin, appreciate you in the text box, says, welcome back, Josh. Didn't know you did your days off like your stature. Short would be the reference. Short little break. Monday, Tuesday, glad to be back today.
Glad to have you back, man. I'm not going to pile on. Even though it was pretty funny.
Other texts coming in, Swain wisely suggesting the West Virginia governor, and frankly all of us at some point could use a no-man, multiple texts, either saying they have one or men have one built in when they get married.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I was going to no comment on that one, but if you want to say for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know some people.
Okay.
Yep. I wish.
Yeah, JJ says when a man gets married, he gets a no man built in.
I wish some of the
comes with a deal.
Some of the past Tennessee athletic directors had some no man in their corner.
He could have used them.
Hey, man, no, man, no, that's a bad idea. Don't do that.
Yeah, no man for Tennessee. He's been getting some easy checks here the last couple of years.
You haven't needed one.
A lot of greenlit activities with what's been going on.
Yeah, you haven't needed one. That's well, maybe we do have one. Maybe Danny White,
that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe we do have one. Danny White just hasn't pulled the trigger because he has a good no man in his corner. Danny's like, you know what, I'm thinking about doing X, Y, and Z. And someone's like, nah, man, don't do that. He's like, you know what? Thank you. I won't do it. And we never heard about it.
Perhaps that is a reason that he is a finalist for the Sports Business Journal's Athletic Director of the Year honor.
Must be nice. Must be nice. Now, I know what's going to happen now. We're going to see some new sports blazers with orange in it. That's what we're going to see from Danny White. I can't wait to see the new get-up. You got to celebrate, Danny. You got to celebrate.
With coordinating kicks?
Absolutely. He always does that. You got to celebrate with a new blazer with some orange in it and some new kicks with some orange in it. So I expect to see the new get-up, Danny. And I'll see you next time.
Swain, it is 12:22. This time tomorrow, the NCAA tournament will officially be underway. We have the first-round games last night and tonight, the play-in rounds as they are called. But tomorrow, brackets have to be turned in. There's no delay 24 hours from now. You all right over there?
Yeah, I'm just working on my
You're
cough.
not coming down with something, are you?
I think so, man.
No, I think you are. You're coming up with something is what's happening.
Yeah. I'm working on my cough, man, for tomorrow. Oh, man. Woo. Might need a couple days.
No, man. I think you're good. I have a question. I don't know if you've officially addressed this, so I'm asking the question blind.
All right, go ahead.
Have you officially filled out your bracket?
No.
Okay. Have you officially determined how far you think Tennessee will go in the NCAA tournament? Tennessee's in the Midwest. They open up tomorrow night in Lexington against 15 seed Wofford.
Well, I definitely got Tennessee advancing to the second round.
Okay.
And,
well, I appreciate the bold pick here in the first half of the
Well, that's what we do here.
first hour.
I mean, it's what we do here.
Yep.
Hot takes all day, every day.
We look for the limb branches and we jump.
That's right.
Right on it.
Tennessee's gonna win the second round.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I haven't done it yet. I mean, I feel like Tennessee was gonna go far. Like honestly, I can go Tennessee to the Final Four. And put my head on the pillow and feel comfortable about it. I think playing Houston is better than playing Duke or playing Florida. I know Houston got some Rough Riders on their team. We do too. The first to 60 going to win that game, and they're better this year because they have some shooters, and we're better because we have more than just Dalton Connect. We got other guys that can shoot the basketball, including Igor, who's a post player. So let's get it on. So I would feel comfortable picking Tennessee to go to the Final Four without it weighing too heavy on the fact that I played at Tennessee and love Tennessee. I would feel okay with that.
I think I might have Tennessee going to the Final Four. I don't think I've ever sat down, filled out the bracket, and put Tennessee in the Final Four.
That's why the draw is so good, man. The draw is awesome. I mean, it really is. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better draw. Better draw than all the number one seeds. Except for maybe Duke.
Yeah, Duke's is not too bad. I mean, Arizona's tough in the Sweet 16 if Arizona's there. Arizona or Oregon, but
yeah, they're not complete though.
And part of it is how good Duke is. We've talked for weeks about how impressive BYU is. I'm not convinced BYU is going to beat VCU in the first round. No. And then we know about Alabama on the bottom side. Alabama's a tough draw if you get them. If you're playing them in the Elite Eight, because that's where it would be if you're the one seed, anything goes.
I'd rather play Houston than Alabama.
Knowing what Alabama's capable of, and they just did it last year, getting to the Final Four.
Yeah, man.
I get that. Houston ranks number 2 in the country in defensive rating. Tennessee slipped to number 3.
St. John's.
St. John's is number 1.
Somebody here was talking about St. John's for a couple weeks. Somebody here was. Somebody here also brought up BYU a couple weeks ago, too, after they played Kansas. But you know what?
Does that somebody want me to mention that in 2003 he was ranked number 21 in the country among all football prospects by Tom Lemming of ESPN?
Nah, you don't have to mention that.
Okay, I won't do that.
You should be bragging on yourself like that. But I like Tennessee's draw, man. So I feel good about Tennessee, going to the Final Four. And if they don't, I'm wrong. Cool, whatever. There'll be a lot of people that's wrong. There's 25 million brackets probably on ESPN, and all of them going to be wrong.
There is a lot of Tennessee talk.
Yeah.
A lot of people around the country like Tennessee's chances to get to the Final Four.
Yeah, Jay Billis likes Tennessee over Houston. So, and we haven't talked about this. I was disappointed that we didn't beat Florida. I don't like Florida winning in anything versus us. But I feel good about moving forward. Real good, considering how we played against Auburn, considering how Jordan Gainey looked, Zakai Ziegler looked shooting the basketball in a neutral site. arena that's not necessarily a basketball arena, but a place where they just bring in hoops in the floor and the depth perception can kind of be off. Like, we shot the ball well there. I feel okay. Igor, we're going to get Dr. Slay on the phone with him and just tell him to relax, and we're going to be okay.
We have multiple texts coming in. One from Randy. Igor needs to have the Darlingstone Dubar attitude every time he touches the ball.
What's that?
I think Dubar is going to shoot or drive it and shoot, is the attitude Dubar at least expresses.
Well, I mean,
what's that at?
He just needs to stop pressing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you press while shooting, you're going to miss it. If you press while dribbling, you're going to get a charging call because you're not going to be aware of your surroundings and not be able to kick when you need to kick it to another teammate. He just needs to relax.
Yeah, and that's it. And cause him to think too much.
Yeah, he's thinking way too much. He wants it too much.
Unforced errors that led to those turnovers.
He wants it too much
during the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can want something too much, and it can hurt your chances of getting it. He just needs to relax.
TW believes Tennessee will play Gonzaga in the Elite Eight, not Houston. Very well could. That is a possibility.
Yeah, Gonzaga's always a threat, but, I mean, I'm telling you, man, Clemson is a good basketball team that can shoot it, and they got post guys that can shoot it. They were good last year. They're only a year more experienced. I'm telling y'all.
Clemson beat Duke. They're not going to be affected by the name Kentucky.
Clemson is good. Mm-hmm. Clemson is real good. But
they've got an alum in the first round, Will Wade, McNeese State.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, that NC State job, has that been filled yet?
McNeese State hasn't finished off its season yet. I think that's the way it's going to go.
Has the NC State job been filled?
No.
That job came open before the Indiana job, right?
Right.
Okay, so looks like Will Wade's going to be a contender there.
I think that's safe to say.
Yeah. Which that would be a really good idea if you're NC State. You can pay players now, so go for it, NC State. And
yeah.
Like, you are a basketball school in a basketball state. Like, it will be a perfect match.
No, I have no issue at all with somebody hiring Will Wade.
Yeah.
I'm on record. I think Donnie Tyndall's show cause should be removed. I think Jeremy Pruitt's show cause should end.
Yeah, bring Donnie
I think there should be some reinstatements.
Free Tyndall. We should get some free Tyndall T-shirts printed.
It should be ending soon, but
my goodness,
yeah, that's another conversation. So, all right, so Swain, you're strongly considering Tennessee to the Final Four. Is that the official stance right now?
I got him.
You got him. Okay, so get out the stamp. We're stamping it.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we close to Don Tyndall being able to get busy.
Yeah, his season at Tennessee was 10 years ago. Rick Barnes was hired 10 years ago this spring.
Yeah. So hopefully we see Tyndall somewhere playing or coaching in the, I won't say SEC, but just coaching period in college basketball.
We'll continue. 865-656-9900 if you would like to join us, discussing Tennessee basketball against Wofford tomorrow. And if Tennessee advances, UCLA or Utah State this weekend. You don't like the if in front of that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm not jinxing anything over here.
But you got to speak it into existence.
I do believe in that.
It's not about jinxing. It's about speaking it into existence.
Okay, you want to redo? All right, here
Please.
we got 3, 2, 1. We'll continue. We invite your calls, your texts at 865-656-9900. We'll discuss Tennessee and Wofford tomorrow night. And when Tennessee wins the game, Tennessee will take on the winner of UCLA and Utah State this upcoming weekend. We'll talk Tennessee football as well right here on Josh and Swain.
Life can be hard.
But your shower shouldn't be. Step inside the AquaClear soft water shower and wash away the worries with a sauna-like experience.
AquaClear, I love you.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Covenant Health Fitness Center. Was there this morning. We were away the last few days, got back in town, look forward to getting back to the gym and getting a workout in this morning. If you are looking to get started, if you are looking to kind of begin or pick back up wherever you left off with your fitness journey, you can sign up at Covenant Health Fitness Center, go through a fitness evaluation, and they will help you design a plan to help you hit your fitness goals. And they have so many ways to help you after that, with more than 85 group fitness classes that take place every week. You can join those classes. They're included in your membership. They always have the schedule updated so you know what is happening when at Covenant Health Fitness Center. They have all the gym equipment and space you need for a workout, strength equipment and cardio, and indoor track. Beautiful weather now. They have a great outdoor running, walking space outside the gym as well. They also have the indoor pool available for you 12 months out of the year, and the outdoor pool that will open soon as the summer months approach. Complimentary childcare with a family membership and no long-term contract. Stop by Kingston Pike right off Pellissippi Parkway. Tell them the Sports Animal sent you to Covenant Health Fitness Center.
This has been a paid announcement.
Time is a funny thing. Sometimes you want to pause it, reverse it, or even speed it up. But all time is precious. And at East Tennessee Children's Hospital, we value your time. That's why we have 4 convenient urgent care locations in Knoxville, Alcoa, Powell, and Sevierville, staffed with pediatric experts available nights and weekends. Save time when your child needs immediate care with East Tennessee Children's Hospital Urgent Care.
You're either in or you're out. And some things need to be kept in. And some things need to be kept out.
Whether it's for safety, curb appeal, or privacy, Cantrell Fence Company separates the in from the out. Aluminum, wood, vinyl, or chain link, we can meet your needs. Let us help you keep what's important in and the rest out. Get your instant estimate today at CantrellFence.com.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Our Vols team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like our Vols, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL 214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
That pitch is tattooed down the left field line. It goes. Say goodbye. That is a grand slam.
Tennessee baseball is off to a hot start. It's must-see action with the defending national champions with exciting home runs and epic strikeouts. It's the best baseball environment in the SEC. Make plans to catch a game at Lindsey Nelson Stadium this season. Limited tickets remain for midweek and weekend matchups. Don't wait. Get yours today at allvols.com.
Hey folks, it's Jake from Rusty Wallace Ski of Knoxville on Callahan Drive. When you're looking to make your next car purchase, think about these things. Rusty Wallace Kia's fantastic selection. We've got more cars on the ground than we've had in years. Think about the incredible warranty with our exclusive 200,000-mile warranty. And think about the excellent service before, during, and after the sale. You'll get it all when you choose Rusty Wallace Ski of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell.
Cordell & Cordell. Divorce and Family Law. 866-323-7529. 408 North Cedar Bluff Road, Suite 425, Knoxville, Tennessee, 37923. CordellCordell.com.
It's a rather windy Wednesday afternoon for us, with gusts near 35 miles per hour at times. Clouds will continue to build. Our high reaches near 78. Overnight, showers and storms roll in, down to 46. For your Thursday, chilly in the morning with a mix of sun and clouds in the afternoon, a high of 50. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Granger.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal and Josh and Swain Thursdays. They broadcast live from noon to 3 from Lay Sleep and Turkey Creek. The Bed Store has 7 convenient area locations with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Shop mattresses, accessories, and get free delivery.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core and honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. 865-656-9900 to be a part of today's show. Call or text. Chip noting that the only thing needed on Will Wade's resume is he's okay making a strong A offer.
Hey.
Offer away.
Make all the offers you want.
The game's changed. Rick Pitino. Go back and tell Rick Pitino 10 years ago, 20 years ago, that he would be able to publicly comment on the fact they got a transfer from Seton Hall because St. John's was able to pay a lot more money than Seton Hall could pay.
Yeah.
Because Rick did that earlier this season, and he was right to do so. Rick Barnes, after a game, said, Chaz Lanier, he's being paid to take those shots because everybody knows it. It is no secret. It's a different world. So Will Wade, he's a good coach. I don't think anybody's ever questioned that.
He's a great coach.
He was breaking rules at LSU, but those rules have changed.
I can't wait to make a SAO. I can't wait till Rick Barnes is able to get out here. Now, I want the season to last as long as possible, but at some point it's going to end. And when it does, and he has to reload the roster, I can't wait for the SAOs. Bring them on. Strong A offers. Let's go.
SAOs for the NIL?
Absolutely.
Okay.
No. They just SAOs, man.
Okay.
That had nothing to do with NILs.
Yeah, that's one of my hopes this offseason, the months coming up, that we all collectively do a better job of how we use the term NIL.
Yeah.
And that's that we don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not giving them
we're
NIL.
using too much.
Athletes aren't getting it. They have it.
No.
What they're getting is cash.
We're giving them money to play. That's
they have
what we're
all
doing.
the name and the image and the likeness
That's
they
right.
need.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Josh.
They were born with it?
You on board, my man. You're on board. Well, he just mischaracterized the truth. No. He lied. She lied. That's what it is. It's called a lie. That's what we're going to call it. It's not an NIL. It's pay for play. It's PFP or P4P. That's what it is. Pay for play. It's not NIL.
SAOs for PFPs.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
We can get those T-shirts printed.
You pulling for the SEC?
No. No. It was awkward we had Slay on because, we love Slay. That's our guy.
Love him.
We want nothing but the best for him. He works for the SEC Network. We are proud of him when he's on there. Like, I have orange and white pom-poms watching him this weekend. And he was telling us about his bracket. He got a lot of SEC teams in there. He just couldn't help it. And, hey, they good. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And I might have some in there, too, just because I want my bracket to be right more than anything else. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be rooting for them. So, no, I'm not going to be rooting for – you think I'm going to root for Florida? You think I'm going to root for Alabama? I'm not rooting for those guys.
Texas tonight, you rooting for the Longhorns against Xavier?
It's weird, man. They don't feel like they're in the SEC. Speaking of Texas, you watched the Texas-Tennessee game?
That one I listened to every second of it. Bob and Bert took me there.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay because they had the same shoes on the game before. Did you see the shoes they were wearing on the sideline, the coaches? What color were they? You noticed the shoes? I noticed it. Every pair of shoes.
I did not.
Okay. They were two different colors. They were orange and Texas brown. And they were within the same shoe. So you could tell which one wasn't orange and which one was orange. And I saw it. I meant to screenshot it and send you a picture of it. But I was like, they really wearing those shoes. No, dang well, that ain't burnt orange. That's brown. That's brown and orange. Those shoes are brown and orange. Not orange.
Let me guess you took issue with that?
No, it just proved my point. That it's not, they're
no,
not
so you're
orange.
probably happy. Happy they did that.
I was very happy. All right, sorry to get us off.
Texas Xavier tonight in the other 11-seed play-in game after North Carolina knocked off San Diego State last night. North Carolina won by 27, and now we'll take on Ole Miss in the 6-11 game coming up tomorrow.
Am I going to be rooting for them? That was a question. My bad.
That's
I
right.
got carried away.
You get Yale versus another SEC team. Remember, Yale knocked off Auburn last year. It's Texas A&M versus Yale in another 4-13 matchup this year.
Sir.
They'll play tomorrow.
Sir, look at that. See those shoes? Yeah, I'll be. I don't know, man. It's hard to say I'll root against Texas because it still doesn't feel like they're an SEC team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of watching Trey Johnson play basketball. Like he is
a baller.
Yeah, he's just super smooth, and I don't want to see Rodney Terry get fired. So
I wondered if that might come up.
Yeah, man, I don't want to see him get fired. So I hope they make a little run. And what I mean by little, I mean win 2 games and that's it.
Yeah, a lot of familiarity in Tennessee's region, which I'm sure everybody recognizes at this point. Kentucky, don't need to bring up the results there. Illinois, Tennessee went to Illinois, won at the buzzer on Jordan Gainey's shot.
Yeah, and that crowd was
Illinois is the 6th seed.
Insane. That home court advantage was insane. They won't have it.
Yep. Yeah,
they
you're right
won't
on
have
that.
it.
You're right on that. And then Texas, if it wins, will play Illinois. Texas, having faced Tennessee twice, 0-2 this season against the Volunteers. Not this season, but recently there's some history with Purdue, which is the 4. Georgia's the 9. Gonzaga, the programs have seen each other recently. So a lot of familiarity.
Yeah, for sure.
In the Midwest with Tennessee.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So,
with Tennessee and this staff, I don't think that's a bad thing.
No. And our players, too. You know what you're going to get. You played against guys before, so you know their strengths, their weaknesses, what they want to do. So, I said it Monday. I started on Sunday. I said it on Sunday. Doing radio and TV Monday, Tuesday. I love Tennessee's draw. Just play the way you played against Auburn and a little bit of the Florida game, and we'll be right there in the Final Four.
I'm with you on that. Miko, he sent us a long text, which is a funny one, but his point is the SEC chant is dumb. We are for Tennessee, not for Florida or Alabama.
Yeah, I'm consistent. That's one thing you can say. You can call me petty. You can say whatever you want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I am consistent. Like
consistently petty?
If I don't like that team as a player, if I don't like that team as a fan because they don't like us when we play them, there's not another time I'm going to like them or want them to win unless it benefits my team. So, no, I'm consistent, man. I don't root for a team that hates us. That makes no sense. 0. You hate me, I hate you, and it's going to stay that way. I'm not rooting for you to be successful. You know how sick I was when Alabama made it to the Final Four last year? Oh,
I remember. You weren't happy about it.
Oh, that was terrible, man.
Yeah. Plus, what? The enemy of your enemy is your friend?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
you are friends with Bobby Morris, Robert Morris, the 15, taking on Alabama in the first round of the NCAA tournament.
Let's go, Bobo.
Hey, appreciate Bob down in Florida listening on the app, texting in, noting Donnie Tyndall, he's coaching at, I believe it's Chipola Junior College, familiar with the school, but he is the head coach of their
he's been there for a minute.
JC men's basketball program.
It ain't D1.
Mm-hmm.
Tyndall deserves to be on the high stage.
Yep.
He served his sentence. Now his stuff is more academic, more like an academic scandal, but still, like it's time for him to be able to coach.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you. We'll come back. Justin in the text box, preach. I think that is for the no, we're not pulling for the SEC sermon from Mr. Swain here.
Oh, our plastic collection plate. We'll post my Venmo and Cash App. Preacher got to get a new Cadillac.
At Swain event. Swain needs new kicks, new ride. He'll be sure to share that link with you. Justin is ordering a Robert Morris jersey as we speak.
That's right.
865-656-9900. David Cobb of CBS Sports. He'll help us preview the Midwest and the NCAA tournament when we talk to him coming up at the start of the 1 o'clock hour. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon on Josh and Swain.
Free on the radio. Free on the app. Free on our website. You can hear 99.1 The Sports Animal free anytime, anywhere.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports. Only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Winning just got closer at the Mint Gaming Hall. Win up to $250,000 this month in the Tax Buster promotion. Be chosen in the Friday and Saturday drawings and play your way to up to a $250,000 prize. Take a free swipe on Sundays through Thursdays to win up to $500 free play. Play Tax Buster at the Mint Gaming Hall in Williamsburg, Kentucky. Check out themintgaming.com for details. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Junk Be Gone's 20th anniversary, and this March enjoy $100 off any demolition project, including decks, garages, sheds, mobile homes, gazebos, and more. Locally owned and operated by Mike and Tracy Such, Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for the past 2 decades. Give them a buzz today and book a free estimate. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, rent a 15-yard driveway dumpster, the perfect size for remodeling, roofing, or just cleaning out the garage. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for the past 20 years.
Citra SY 231049, price 21,750. Kicks RL 583 956, price 19,995. All offers with approved credit. Cannot combine offers.
You're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
Hey, East Tennessee, Scott Gropp for Oak Ridge Nissan, and it's time for the Beat the Buzzer sale. It's the end of Nissan's fiscal year, and that means that every new Nissan must go. So you want to steal? Get into a Nissan Sentra or Nissan Kicks for $269 a month. Or how about interest rates as low as 0% APR? Now that's a double slam dunk. Double slam dunk. If that makes dribble come down your chin, then drool over this. At Oak Ridge Nissan, if you got a trade, you got it made. Get up to $8,000 over Kelly Blue Book so we can pay it off no matter what you owe. The full court press is on, so make that 10-minute drive and save thousands of dollars. And that's why
you're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan. You're gonna drive to Oak Ridge Nissan.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
With conference championships around the corner, now's the time to register for the Dos Million Bracket Challenge. Sign up at TwinPeaksBracketChallenge.com, then fill out your bracket before the tournament tips off March 20th. Enter for the chance to win $2 million in more epic prizes, including a $50 gift card to the top bracket from every lodge.
Hey, East Tennessee, it's the madness of March, and Rusty Wallace Honda is busting brackets. Drive home a 2025 front-wheel drive CRV Sport L Hybrid, just $349 a month. That's a slam dunk. Don't get caught warming the bench. Score rates as low as 1.99% on our most popular 2025 models, like CRVs, Ridgelines, and Odysseys. Every new Honda comes with Rusty's no-charge 200,000-mile warranty. Get to the intersection of selection, I-75 at Callahan Drive, or shop RustyWallaceHonda.com. Rusty Wallace Honda, where every deal's a buzzer beater. See dealer for details.
Treat your taste buds to a world of sweet indulgence with Old South Candy. Locally owned Old South Candy offers a tantalizing array of delicious and intriguing flavors that will leave you craving for more. From classic chocolate to peanut butter fudge, orange cream, we've got a flavor for every fudge fanatic. Looking for the perfect gift? Old South Candy's the sweetest way to say thank you. Family, employees, and customers, it's handmade with care. It's a treat that speaks volumes. Visit OldSouthCandy.com today and experience the magic of small batch fudge from our family to yours.
I never thought building a custom home would be this easy. When Red Door Homes built our house last year, they made the process simple. We picked from their 30-plus floor plans, customized it how we wanted, and they built it right on our land. The construction time was quick, and their 10-year warranty gave us total confidence. If you're thinking about building a home, do what we did. Go to reddoorhomestn.com and visit their showroom right off Paper Mill and Kingston Pike. You won't regret it.
Red Door Homes, home building as it should be.
I'm Michael Jenkins here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. The playing games wrap up tonight from Dayton, and I expect SEC supremacy to reign supreme. Texas will take on Xavier in a rematch of the 2023 round of 16, and there is value on the burnt orange getting 3.5 points, as Texas is the more battle-tested team as owners of 7 quad 1 wins compared to only 1 for Xavier. I'm Michael Jenkins from the BetMGM Network. Bet smarter and beat the books, and download the BetMGM app today. Please gamble responsibly.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Final segment of hour number 1. More than 2 hours to go. Appreciate Eli producing for us again today. Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. 865-656-9900. Stan in the text box would pull for North Korea over Alabama. So Stan is not on board with the SEC chants. If you hear it, you're not hearing it from him. Evan hopes that every team but Tennessee loses.
That's what I'm on. There you go.
I don't know what UNC Wilmington did to Evan, but they're on notice.
Well,
they're on notice.
They're not in the tournament, are they?
They are. They're taking on Kansas. Yep. Kansas could lose in the first round. I wouldn't be surprised based on the season. Or
no, Kansas is playing Arkansas first. Texas Tech is playing.
You're right.
Wilmington.
Yeah. Learn to read a bracket, Josh.
I mean, it's
and
small.
I knew the matchup.
It's fine print.
Yeah.
You know, you are getting a little older, so probably need to.
You're not wrong.
You probably need some context or something.
UNCW is the 14 taking on Texas Tech. Yep.
That's why you didn't play receiver. You got to have good eyes to catch the ball, Josh.
Well, it's first day back. Yeah, when you go
That can do with your ability to see, Josh.
When you open the season against a Kent State or an ETSU, with all due respect, you kind of have to work through some issues.
Josh,
so that's
Josh.
me.
It's 12:55. Like, you didn't just wake up out of bed with crust in your eyes trying to read a bracket. I would understand that then. It's 12:55, and you're drinking coffee. You should be fine.
Yep, and it's literally reading. Yep, which I did a poor job of.
I mean, it's small.
It is small.
The print's small, so I get it.
Small.
But yeah, Kansas Arkansas is the first round matchup.
That's actually a really interesting setup there. So you have John Calipari against Bill Self, to the great all-time coach, especially over the last 25 years or so.
Shit, that whole region.
And then you have St. John's, with Rick Pitino in there. Yep.
Yeah, you got Penny in there too. I mean, I know he doesn't compare to those coaches as far as like resume.
Yeah,
but the names.
Memphis is the 5. Are they playing 9-seed Oklahoma or 12-seed Colorado State?
5 is playing the 12,
Thank
like
okay.
normal, Josh, in the first round.
Okay, so they're going with the typical setup.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Memphis actually a slight underdog against Colorado State.
I got Colorado State is one of my my top 5 double seed teams. We did that during Power Poll yesterday, so you better watch out, Memphis. But Memphis can shoot it. They can shoot it. They're athletic. They always been under Penny.
All right.
We hope they show up. Hope they show up and don't decide not to play and cancel the game.
It's the biggest key, as we've seen in the past. We'll come back. Somebody to help preview all of these games. David Cobb of CBS Sports joins us next on Josh and Swain.
Time is a funny thing. Sometimes you want to pause it, reverse it, or even speed it up. But all time is precious. And at East Tennessee Children's Hospital, we value your time. That's why we have 4 convenient urgent care locations in Knoxville, Alcoa, Powell, and Sevierville, staffed with pediatric experts available nights and weekends. Save time when your child needs immediate care with East Tennessee Children's Hospital Urgent Care.
Spring weather is finally here, and now you're ready to get outside and enjoy your lawn. That means it's time to go see the guys at Dickens Supply and get your fertilizer or check out their new zero-turn lawnmowers. With 3 locations in East Tennessee, Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is the go-to for landscape supplies and equipment. With brands like Toro, Exmark, Ferris, and Wright, we have the equipment you need. See us soon at one of our convenient locations located in Knoxville, Maryville, and Powell. Or check us out online at DickensSupply.com.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire-breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next-level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world-famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all, coming soon to Maryville. Big Kahuna Wings, changing your taste buds forever.
If you're concerned about the state of the economy or your taxes, we'd love to help you. Hi, I'm Mark Pankratz, former UT men's basketball coach and now financial advisor with Axiom Wealth Management.
And I'm Daniel Ramsey, financial advisor with Axiom.
At Axiom, we want to partner with you, listen to your goals, and work with you to achieve those goals.
Whether you're looking to retire early, succession planning for your business, or just need some financial guidance.
Call us today or head to axiom.nm.com to schedule a no-obligation consultation. Axiom Wealth Management is a Northwestern Mutual private client group.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online, no medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/score. Ethos.com/score.
Sample Rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Bravo TV star Lala Kent holds nothing back.
When someone tries to get hyphy with me,
you match energy.
I do match, and it's all your fault.
Yes. Get to know the TV personality.
It is one specific storyline that lasts 14 weeks plus a couple reunions, and then you move on.
And the mom.
My parenting, and actually Ocean really likes this. Would you like a cookie? And some Taylor Swift. Shake it off.
Give them Lala. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
This isn't your grandparents' YMCA. Sure, you might have learned to swim at the Y or spend summers at camp, but when was the last time you experienced the Y? Today's YMCA of East Tennessee is packed with everything you need to crush your fitness goals. From top-of-the-line workout equipment to pickleball courts, platforms for heavy lifting, certified personal trainers, and high-energy body pump classes. There's a place for you at the Y. Rediscover the YMCA of East Tennessee. 5 locations, endless possibilities. Visit ymcaknoxville.org to join today. The YMCA of East Tennessee, where fitness meets community.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At The Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like the luxurious Beautyrest Black mattresses, and we'll match you to your perfect one using our exclusive tuck fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Beautyrest Black for only $19 a month with free local delivery and up to $300 in free accessories.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
The Bed Store, while we'll even tuck you in.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide at 99.1thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Maggie Gray with a Sports Minute. Looking back on one of the best individual runs in the history of the NCAA tournament, how can anyone forget Kemba Walker? In 2011, Walker's UConn team finished 9th in the Big East Conference, but went on a tear to win the Big East tournament. Riding that momentum, they beat Kawhi Leonard's San Diego State team in the Sweet 16, Arizona in the Elite 8, John Wall's Kentucky Wildcats in the Final Four, and Butler in the final. An all-time run. I'm Maggie Gray.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance, 687-8200.
Welcome into hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward, and we begin this hour going to the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline to say hello to David Cobb, who covers college basketball, college football as well with CBSSports.com. Very busy time, David. We appreciate you making a few minutes available for us with the NCAA tournament really underway. We'll get to maybe a little bit of action from last night, what it could mean moving forward. But Tennessee's the 2 seed in the Midwest region. We've talked about that over the last few days, as you could imagine. What do you think about the draw for Tennessee? And then if you zoom out the Midwest region as a whole, what do you see with that part of the bracket?
Yeah, good to be on with you guys. Good on you, Josh, for hitting me up early in the week. This is the 1 week out of the year where I feel like I need an agent. But you texted my phone right in time, and so I'm happy to be talking ball with you guys. And I think this is a favorable draw for Tennessee because UCLA, Houston, 2 of the bigger brands in this region, 2 teams that Tennessee could end up matched up with at some point. They both play a style of ball that Tennessee is totally comfortable with. And so if Tennessee's able to get past Wofford, UCLA, they want to play slow. They're defensive-oriented. Okay, no problem. Tennessee can play that type of way. And so for CBS yesterday, I ranked easiest paths and toughest paths in this bracket, and I've got Tennessee with one of the easiest. Now, of course, it's March. Anything can happen. Nothing is guaranteed in the history of this program. In terms of going real deep in the tournament, obviously, is not great. But I think it's a relatively favorable draw for the Volunteers.
Every year there's that 5-12 matchup, David. Every year, who's your 12th seed that you feel like has the best chance of upsetting a number 5 seed?
Oh, yeah. I love UC San Diego on the top left side of the bracket in the South region. They are an analytics darling, and Michigan is so turnover prone. They cough the ball up all the time. And UC San Diego is one of the premier teams in college basketball at forcing turnovers. And so it's a nightmare type of recipe for the Wolverines. And people are like, well, Michigan has 2 7-footers and all this, and UC San Diego's short. And I'm like, do you remember Fairleigh Dickinson beating Purdue? I mean, Purdue had Zach Edey, and FDU had a couple of 5'9" guards out there, and they were able to pull that one off. And so, yeah, I'm a big believer in UC San Diego and their chances of taking down Michigan.
Do you think it gets wild? Do you think it's more chalk heavy when we get to the second weekend? Looking throughout the bracket, what do you kind of project through the first weekend of the NCAA tournament?
I've got a fair number of relatively significant upsets. I mean, I've got Drake over Missouri. I've got UC San Diego winning. I'm really tempted to pick Liberty over Oregon because if Liberty gets hot from 3, that they could win that one. And I've got High Point over Purdue. I mean, so there's a handful of double-digit seeds there who I believe can win games. I believe we'll see that. The number 1, number 2 seeds in this bracket are really strong, especially the number 1s. So my Final Four is a little bit chalky, but, I mean, I fully believe we're going to see some chaos. I mean, these next 2 days, they always deliver. And it's hard to know exactly where you're going to get it from, but I look and see no shortage of candidates for possible double-digit seed runs here.
It seems like everyone's going a little overboard with their North Carolina takes. The West Virginia governor is a good example of one. Other folks have said that, North Carolina proved that they deserve to be in the tournament by their play yesterday. I don't know if I buy into that. What's your take on North Carolina being the last team in and how they played last night?
Well, I don't think there was ever any doubt that if they got in, they have the talent, the ability to play good ball and win games. They lost a lot of those close games, those quad one losses that they amassed. I mean, they were competitive against good teams. I mean, it's not like North Carolina is just a terrible basketball team, but their resume, their body of work wasn't good enough to justify being admitted to the tournament. I mean, yeah, okay, they might go and make the Sweet 16. What if they make the Elite Eight? Does that mean, wow, the committee was justified in putting them in? I mean, no, because if you look at them side by side with West Virginia's resume was clearly better. So, I don't necessarily believe that anything North Carolina does from here on out means, oh, yeah, the right decision was made. But, yeah, I mean, they could totally make a run. I mean, they shoot the ball like they shot it last night. I mean, come on. I mean, there's not many teams out in this bracket who can withstand a barrage of three-pointers like what UNC produced last night. So, I think it's interesting. I think it motivated them. I think it sort of woke them up a little bit to hear all the hate that they got for being the last team in. And it seemed to sort of lock those guys in and, kind of give them that edge to, like, that chip on your shoulder to, like, hey, we're going to go out and prove that we are an NCAA tournament caliber team. And they certainly did that last night.
David Cobb, CBSSports.com. Do you think the SEC has something to prove? As during the regular season, I don't think anybody questioned what the top conference was, but that leads to, okay, let's see what they do in the NCAA tournament. Do you think the SEC has something to prove here this weekend over the next 2 weekends with all the regular season talk?
1,000%. I mean, Danny Cannell has a tweet teed up in his drafts right now for when there's just 4 teams left standing from the SEC after the first round or something. The haters will be out in force if the SEC doesn't have a good showing in this bracket, because for people who weren't paying attention to college basketball all year, then they turn on Selection Sunday and they see 14 teams getting in the field from one conference. I mean, they think it's an outrage. They think it's an injustice. And I'm like, meanwhile, you weren't paying attention, were you, when the SEC went 14-2 against the ACC in the SEC-ACC Challenge? You weren't paying attention when they went 59-19 against all high major competition, right? And so Oklahoma, who y'all want to criticize for getting in at 6-12 in the league, they went 13-0 against non-conference competition, right? So you look at Georgia, for example, another team that was sub 500 in the SEC. Well, what did they do in the non-conference? They beat St. John's, all right? So, no, the SEC deserved to get this many teams in, but now you got to go and back it up and kind of show the country that you did deserve it. So, I think it's a situation where it's been since 2012 that the SEC has produced a men's college basketball national champion, and that needs to change, here pretty soon.
You want to play your best at the right time, and we've seen teams over the years do that. Who are some teams, in your opinion, that's playing their best at the right time, and who are some teams that are, not playing their best at the right time, that's limping in to the tournament?
Well, yeah, as we all saw on Sunday, Florida is absolutely playing some really, really good basketball. I mean, I think it's 12 of their last 13. That's a team without any flaws, without any real weaknesses on the court. I mean, they are just a machine. So, yeah, I look at Florida, and they're my national title pick because they're playing better basketball than anyone in the country right now. And then, I mean, if you want to look at a highly seeded, well-seeded team that's trending aggressively in the other direction, I'd look no further than Iowa State. They've shut down Keyshawn Gilbert, one of their best players for the season now. They've lost 4 out of 7 going into the NCAA tournament. And they could get matched up with North Carolina or Ole Miss in the second round, either of which I think would be really tough matchups. So, I mean, T.J. Otzelberger's done an awesome job at Iowa State, but this is not the year to pick the Cyclones to make a deep run.
Are you comfortable picking Lipscomb to beat them in the first round?
I wouldn't rule it out. When those dudes get hot from 3, the Bison, man, they'll come for you a little bit. They've hit 12 threes. I looked this up. Lipscomb's hit 12 threes like 10 times this year, and they're undefeated when they do that. So keep an eye on them. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, David Cobb, CBSSports.com. You can go to the website and see all their coverage. You can also see the expert bracket picks, and David is on that list of experts, so I've seen it. Your Midwest region champ, if you would like to share it. Who do you have going to the Final Four from the Midwest?
Yeah, guys, I've got Tennessee doing it, and I was joking with I was there in Nashville, and I was joking with Mike Wilson and Grant Ramey. I said, all right, I'm packing up, and I'll see you guys in San Antonio.
Ooh.
And we'll see, right? It would be a fitting place for Rick Barnes to return to the Final Four, state of Texas. To do it with Zakai Ziegler, it was 20-something years ago now, around that time when he and TJ Ford went together to the Final Four. And it's all, for Rick Barnes, it's all about that point guard. He has that point guard this year. And those images of him and TJ Ford hugging as they reach that point are just iconic in Texas basketball history. And I'm just envisioning a scenario where Zakai Ziegler and Rick Barnes have a similar type of moment. Because as I mentioned, UCLA and Houston, two teams that you might face in this draw, two teams I think Tennessee matches up pretty well with. If they end up seeing Kentucky a third time, Kentucky's banged up. It's hard to beat the same team three times in the season. And then we've seen them beat Illinois on the road already this season. So I think there's a decent amount to like about this draw for Tennessee.
All right, David Cobb, CBSSports.com. He has Tennessee in the Final Four as the Vols will open up play tomorrow night against Wofford up in Lexington. David, anything you want to plug, make sure people check out with all of the CBS Sports basketball coverage that's going on?
It's an insane group effort this time of year. And so, no, I just ranked all 32 games in terms of watchability for the first round. And even got a clip in there of Rick Barnes shooting underhanded free throws. So, maybe go check that out.
Is there like a This Is March Slack channel or text group that takes place with John Rothstein? I read the piece. Maybe The Athletic did it on him, but he walks around the house saying This Is March. I didn't know if CBS Sports has a collective effort at that.
No, it's funny. That was a great story on Rothstein, who just lives in another stratosphere. But our slogan in our Slack channel is literally "This is March." Shout out to John. He's on another level. His passion, his intensity. It's awesome. I love it. This is March. We sleep in May. All of that is true. All of that is true.
Yep. Go check out CBSSports.com to read the work from David Cobb, plus check out all of his colleagues' work as well. Hey, David, we appreciate you making time for us. Thanks so much, and hope to talk to you again soon.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, guys.
David Cobb joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline.
I knew I liked David Cobb.
How about him?
For a reason. That's a good job booking the guests. Whoever booked the guests today, our Josh and Swain teamed. Good job booking him.
The person did an outstanding job.
Yeah, very, very great job. Well, Tennessee fans, we don't sleep in May because we have a baseball team that is going to make another championship run.
Tennessee lost last night, but you know what I say to that? Good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
They weren't going undefeated.
No. And good for ETSU.
Good for ETSU,
yeah, for sure. And we knew that series between those two programs, man, it's been chippy in the past, and no ill will towards ETSU. They deserve it. Good for them.
Good tie-in, by the way. We'll close out this segment, come back with it. But 22 years ago, 2003, TJ Ford, probably the best point guard that Rick Barnes had coached, goes to the Final Four. There's an argument. TJ Ford, great player, really good NBA player, and Zakai Ziegler, maybe the two best point guards.
Are you taking between the two?
No. I'm just saying there's a tie-in.
Oh, okay.
Tie those two together. That's a good thought from David Cobb. TJ Ford, they got to the Final Four. Zakai Ziegler, final run together with him and Rick Barnes.
Nervous.
His two best point guards, both taking Rick to the Final Four. What do you think? We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to join us as we continue the conversation on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the sports animal, always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the sports animal.
Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Picture the pool of your dreams, a place to relax, entertain, and make any season unforgettable. Paired with excellent, durable hardscapes like custom decking and stonework, Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. Call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com.
Some things just go together, like peanut butter and jelly, or a Casey's spicy chicken sandwich and a 49-cent medium fountain drink, or a Casey's breakfast sandwich and a 49-cent fountain drink, or even Casey's limited time Italian deli sliders and a 49-cent fountain drink. You get the idea. It's not crazy. It's Casey's. See store for details.
Hi, I'm Ricky of Wilson Brothers Plumbing with your Plum Truth tip of the day. When it comes to your plumbing, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Performing annual plumbing maintenance can prolong the life of your plumbing by years. Check for leaks, clean your drains, and flush your water heater according to manufacturer recommendations. If you need the help of a plumbing professional, give us a call at Wilson Brothers Plumbing, 865-415-1537, or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers Plumbing, the proof is in the plumbing.
This Friday morning, Eric and Brian take the Eric Kane Show out to Rusty Wallace Honda at the intersection of Selection, I-75 and Callahan Drive. Stop by Rusty Wallace Honda, meet the guys, and get a great deal on a new or used car with the sports animal.
No two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you, all of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Keith is a be in the room with real people kind of learner. So he loves the live online classes with our language experts.
Okay, class. Vos está pronto.
Estamos prontos.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Wow, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and it's time for the tournament. Are you ready to make some money? Go to fatjacksports.com and stop guessing and start winning. We won again last week. Everything turned to profit. Soccer was 8-1 again. Basketball had a great weekend, and UFC won for the third week in a row. Want the baseball season for free? Sign up for football now, and it gets baseball for free. Go to fatjacksports.com. Less than $100 a week will have you building profit all during the tournament. Fatjacksports.com to win. Fatjacksports.com.
Does life feel heavy sometimes? Lay your burden down and give it to God. The Gathering Church is a community of believers who are not here to fix you, but to help you receive the love that God wants you to have. It's never too late. Jesus still saves, heals, delivers, prospers, and he cares for you. Prayer service at 9:30 a.m., teaching at 10:30. Visit online at thegatheringfamily.com, or better yet, come in person. All are welcome at The Gathering. You're not alone. You can make this place your home.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Join the show by calling or texting. Text box is open at 865-656-9900. Appreciate David Cobb's time last segment. He is on our side in terms of the draw for Tennessee. More favorable than others throughout the tournament. Tennessee, the number 2 seed in the Midwest region, and David said he is picking Tennessee to go to the Final Four.
Yeah, I got a good feeling. About this team and about the draw, about how we played in the SEC tournament. Probably even better than I did when we won the SEC tournament a couple years ago. So that doesn't really mean anything, though. Still got to go out there and execute and be 1 point better. But I do feel really good about us and Zakai Ziegler, Meshack, Jordan Gainey, Chazanier. I mean, the 8 in the rotation, I mean, they've done a really good job. They've grown throughout the year. They've responded to adversity very well. They've proven that they can win away from Food City Center, which is important. So yeah, I feel good about our chances, man. I really do.
Yeah, we've talked about Jordan Gainey a bunch this season, especially the last few weeks as he's continued to just add to what he's done. He did it again on Sunday, I know, in a losing effort, but Tennessee's shot to come back and win.
He was balling.
A lot of that was thanks to Gainey, what he was able to do.
Yeah.
So do not forget or discount Jordan Gainey's importance to Tennessee's basketball team. I saw Trey Wallace share a screenshot earlier today, and the price actually come down. You know, tickets to the second session in Lexington tomorrow, so to see the Tennessee-Wofford game and UCLA-Utah State, if you go to Ticketmaster's site, $5.
Wow. Yeah, I saw like 40 a couple days ago.
Row J, row H, $5 right now. Ticketmaster's website. It's right up the road.
I mean, it really is. Wow. I mean, it's a perfect opportunity for Tennessee fans to go support their team in postseason play. So if we can get up there to Columbus, knowing it's going to be 20-something degrees and stand outside, Lexington inside is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Chris Lofton was in the house on Saturday for the big win. You talked to him? Is he going to be there?
I haven't talked to him.
If they can beat Auburn with Chris, there's no.
We should be good.
Yeah, no issues there. They're playing Wofford tomorrow night. With all due respect, the Terriers should not create too much concern. So yeah, hopefully he's able to be there.
You know he's going to be there. What else are you going to be doing? Getting ready for his season? He's retired. He's done. He's gonna be there supporting his Vols. He's right down the street. He lives in Lexington. No way he's gonna miss that. I did joke with him last Sunday that if he does come to a game, just make sure none of the players see him because he puts too much pressure on them.
Don't make him feel bad.
It's funny.
I've enjoyed seeing all the former players be there to support as well. There's a good group. They're in Nashville, and I'm
the
sure
Bone Brothers.
Yep.
Saw Brandon Crump there. And
yep. Jerron Mayman.
Yep. That's what it's supposed to be about. That was awesome.
So, do you feel more confident, less confident, unaffected when you hear some national voices say, "I like Tennessee to win the Midwest"? Mentioned Jay Billis.
I mean, it just makes you
Big
feel.
Tennessee the Final
it makes
Four.
You feel good.
David Cobb last segment.
It makes you feel good about your pick and like what you are thinking.
Reassured in your own opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking it, but I just didn't know. And then they say the same thing that you're thinking. You feel good about it. Feel better.
So in the text box was brought up, well, they'll get you with the fees on these tickets. Not so. 2 tickets for 2 verified resale tickets through Ticketmaster for tomorrow night after service fees and order processing, $16.05 for 2 tickets to tomorrow night's second session
what year is
in the
this?
NCAA tournament.
1980?
Is that not crazy? $16. Rupp Arena.
Let me go get some gas while I'm at it.
Yeah. So I'm guessing a lot of Tennessee fans will grab some tickets and head up to tomorrow night's game, 6:50. Leave work a little early. Head up or around I-75 to get up there.
Oh, yeah. Perfect scenario. Better than the 4th number 1 seed. I mean, it's something we discussed. We talked about. It played out the way we wanted to.
Brian asked this, which one has a better chance, the men's team making the Final Four or the women making the Sweet 16? It's got to be the women, right? I know they have to win in Columbus against Ohio State, but we're talking about 2 versus 4. A 5 seed making the Sweet 16, that happens all the time. Anybody making the Final Four is tough.
Is that a rhetorical question?
Well, I answered it, so maybe you want to sit it out?
I think the Ohio State second round matchup is a bad matchup.
I'm not saying it's a good one.
Especially with how we have played recently.
Right.
I mean, the game against Kentucky, the game at home against Georgia, just haven't played great. Now, you'll have two weeks, actually 2 weeks and a day of rest, but, like, I just didn't put a really good taste in our mouths.
But according to one sports book, the Lady Vols are minus 125 to make the Sweet 16. They're actually favored ahead of Ohio State. Tennessee's men's team to reach the Final Four plus 400. So Lady Vols are minus 125 to reach the Sweet 16. Rick Barnes' team plus 400. It's just so difficult. You still have to win 4 games in a row.
Are you trying to get me to agree with you and give the same answer
No,
you gave?
I want you to think on your own.
I mean, I just
make your own choice.
The eyeball test. Man, I know you got to win one game.
Right.
That would be tough.
Yeah, if the Lady Vols lose in the first game,
then
that's
you don't deserve.
Yeah.
But like you got to. We're comparing one tough game to 3 tough games. But I just believe in the power of playing right at the right time. And the men's team is doing that better than the women's team.
Well, here's a thought. Why not do both?
Well, I mean,
this Tennessee Athletics,
we've been doing a lot of winning across multiple sports, so I think that's a good idea. Why not? There was a point where both teams were undefeated and was the only program in the country that could say that. So why not? Let's go do it.
All right, we'll continue. 865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. 90 minutes to go, a little more than a day to go until Tennessee will open up NCAA tournament play. Less than 24 hours from now, everything will be underway with the Thursday action. We'll continue the show, again, inviting you to join us. 865-656-9900 to hop on Josh and Swain.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports, only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire-breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next-level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world-famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all, coming soon to Maryville. Big Kahuna Wings, changing your taste buds forever.
It's Junk Be Gone's 20th anniversary, and this March enjoy $100 off any demolition project, including decks, garages, sheds, mobile homes, gazebos, and more. Locally owned and operated by Mike and Tracy Such, Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for the past 2 decades. Give them a buzz today and book a free estimate. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, rent a 15-yard driveway dumpster, the perfect size for remodeling, roofing, or just cleaning out the garage. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for the past 20 years.
Hey folks, it's Jake from Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville on Callahan Drive. When you're looking to make your next car purchase, think about these things. Rusty Wallace Kia's fantastic selection. We've got more cars on the ground than we've had in years. Think about the incredible warranty with our exclusive 200,000-mile warranty. And think about the excellent service before, during, and after the sale. You'll get it all when you choose Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
New year, new kitchen. Is 2025 finally the year you put the heart of your home first? Hey, it's Heather Harrington. You will never regret creating the kitchen of your dreams with the team at Kitchen Sales. I know because I live in my dream kitchen every single day. We had an old, cramped kitchen with a formal dining room that was never being used. The Kitchen Sales team came in and transformed our space, creating one big room, moving some existing cabinetry to a new location to create a coffee bar, and we hung on to much-needed storage. Then they installed my favorite part of our new kitchen, our 11 by 4 foot island. It has seating and storage on both sides. Now I can cook dinner while overseeing homework. Kitchen Sales can make your space more beautiful and functional for your home. They've got 2 great locations, Hoyt Avenue in downtown just off Cherry Street, or out west near Best Buy off Peters Road. And online at kitchensales.net. Build your dream space with the team at Kitchen Sales.
This has been a big announcement.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Our Vols team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like our Vols, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL 214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal with Tyler and Will today as they broadcast live from Covenant Health South on Chapman Highway from 3 to 7, sponsored by Axiom Wealth Management. World-class solutions with tangible results, offering a tailored approach to financial security for every season of life.
This month, Smoky Cigars is featuring General and Forged cigars and highlighting Alec Bradley cigars. The cigar of the month is the Alec Bradley Magic Toast. Buy 3, get 1 free. And all boxes from these great manufacturers 20% off. Only at Smoky's, Knoxville Cigar Store.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get exclusive deals now, like saving $30 on a Little Giant Extra Light Plus 5-foot aluminum stepladder and more. Valid 3/17 to 3/19. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
The winds stay up for a high fire danger as we go through our Wednesday afternoon. Low dew points as well. Our high reaches 78. Clouds build, leading to rain showers and storms overnight as we head into Thursday morning. Thursday, a mix of sun and clouds in the afternoon. A high reaches near 50. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Granger.
This March, skip the Hunger Madness and score a smoking good deal at Buddy's Barbecue. Grab a Feed 10 family pack with your choice of meat, 3 sides, sauce, buns, and cookies starting at just $69.99. Order now at buddysbarbecue.com.
I'm Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel. Get your Tennessee football coverage where you get insight unlike any other. No one covers the ball like 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Fair, honest sports conversation from 2 guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today as we continue on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are, however you are listening to us today. If you're streaming, if you're listening on demand, which you can do anywhere you get your podcasts, the WNML app, Apple, Spotify, you name it. You can always listen on demand thanks to Beatty Chevrolet. You can also find us on YouTube, the Sports Animal YouTube channel. You can stop by and watch and chat during the show. We'll continue to chat about Tennessee's basketball draw in the Midwest region of the NCAA tournament. We will talk to Braden Gall of 440 Sports and Austin Price of VolQuest in the final hour of the show. So plenty of hoops talk coming up. A little football, though. I didn't even realize that this is something schools could just go ahead and do. It's been talked about, but Deion Sanders the other day went public with the idea of, hey, why don't we just have a joint spring football practice and game against another team? And then Fran Brown at Syracuse went on social media and said, sure, we'll do it. We'll come for 3 days and then finish off with a spring game. So we'll see if this officially happens, but Deion Sanders put out a semi-offer, maybe a real offer, and Syracuse's coach.
Was it a BAO? Was it a big astronomical offer? That's what the A stands for, just in case you didn't know that.
It might be a TBNO, to be negotiated offer. We'll see. But that's also of interest locally because Tennessee's opener this season is against Syracuse.
Yeah, go do it, Syracuse. Knock yourself out. Y'all should play like a 5 overtime game. Now, this is good. I mean, we know where spring games are going. And, I mean, there's some coaches that believe that going up against a different team during that time could be beneficial. And you got to think about where Deion comes from. Like, he comes from the NFL where they do that all the time. Where you have NFL teams flying and going to practice against another NFL team, and there's a code where they take care of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good work because you go up against your guys all the time. They know what you're running. They guess on what you're running. There's no huge consequences if you get beat over the top. So play against someone else. And obviously you don't want anybody to get hurt, but that's football. So you can't be too afraid of getting hurt if you're trying to get better. So this has been an idea that's been talked about for years, whether it's been on radio or at the water cooler or inside different football programs. I'm glad these two guys are stepping forward and saying, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, now an NCAA spokesman did tell ESPN the organization's current bylaws don't permit football teams to play against each other.
Oh, shut up.
During the spring practice window. Yeah, but is there a loophole?
Get back
Can
to
you just do it and then say, what are you going to do about it, NCAA?
Nobody want to hear from y'all, NCAA. Get back to making your NCAA commercials during this time, okay? Always ruining the fun. Golly. Let if the two teams want to play against each other during the spring, let them play. It's not hurting you, NCAA.
It would really help, in fact.
Yeah, like, why would you say no? Don't you got other things to worry about? Let it happen.
Probably.
Now, if I'm Fran Brown, I'm like, hey, Deion, I know how you like to get in that portal. Don't be trying to recruit any of my players. Like, my players are off limits, sir.
Yeah, Fran Brown's not going to mess around on this.
Yeah. We'll play you, we'll scrimmage you, but don't recruit any of my players.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk to my players. Don't give me any advice. You see a corner messing up, we got a coach that can handle that. We have a DB coach. That's why I hired him.
Yeah,
you stay away.
You got some SNL skits that could come out of this one. Hey, don't talk to him.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see if anything does come together, but something to pay attention to. And if it happens, could this be the start of something new in college football? Teams going up against each other in some capacity in the spring window. Meanwhile, Tennessee takes a break this week with spring break, and then we'll get back to the practice field. But saw an interesting clip from Cole Kubelik's podcast, which you can watch as well on YouTube. Highly recommended. It's The Cube Show. And he was talking about 5 offensive line transfers to know in the SEC, and the first player that he led the conversation with was about a Tennessee transfer. Wendell Moy Jr., who transferred from Arizona to Tennessee, is the expected starter at left guard, and Cole is a fan. Here is part of what Cole Kubelik said on the Cube Show about what he sees from Wendell Moy and why he likes him and the fit at Tennessee.
For a guy that's 340, probably closer to 350, 360, I'd love to see him cut a little bit of weight. I think he could help his quickness, short area quickness especially, but he's got great body control, good lateral movement. He understands and recognizes when things are going to happen. He anticipates very well, and he can move you. Bottom line, at the end of the day, when he gets latched on, he's going to move people the other direction against their will. He has that ability. So for Tennessee, getting this young man in, I think you get a little bit more pop, a little bit more oomph than maybe what you had at guard last year. It's a guy that plays with a low center of gravity. He plays low to the ground, so being in a 2-point stance a lot, I don't think is going to hurt his leverage and hurt kind of who he is and how he plays. But I think it's a really nice get for Josh Heupel, Glenn Ellerby, in that Tennessee offense. Looking forward to watching him play.
Cole Kubelik on the Cube Show, talking about Wendell Moy Jr., one of 2 offensive line transfers that the Volunteers brought in. Sam Pendleton, the other one, who's expected to start at right guard. But he likes the fit with Wendell Moy in Tennessee's offense.
Yeah, I like both of the transfers. Yeah, I thought Tennessee did a good job of bringing those 2 guys in, for sure. I mean, you want to make sure that they're healthy, and sometimes you can't control that. But as far as the eval and getting someone that you believe can thrive in your system, man, it's a really good get. And hey, Wendell has some familiarity with our starting quarterback in Nico as well too. So I like Moy. I like Pendleton, but I love the fact that Cole Kubik likes him.
Yeah, he knows the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cole cares as much about studying what the guys are doing up front on offense as much as anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the position that's going to get the least amount of talk in the transfer portal if you go get some offensive guards.
Probably least amount of talk generally, but that's been the hottest commodity in the last couple of years in the portal.
Yeah, it's really important. I'm just saying they get no love. Been on this for years about
they don't get
most
love
underappreciated position.
Well, they don't get love until you realize that you don't have any.
Right.
Then they get all the love and all attention. I think we did a pretty good job of highlighting, at least I know I did, highlighting the offensive line 2022 and kind of what made that offense go and what was the difference maker for that team. And
yeah, for sure. We talked about Jerome Carvin's importance on that offensive line a lot. I meant more if you go read stories about impact transfers, it's going to be quarterback, obviously, and that should get number one. But then it's going to be skill positions and corners.
That sells easier.
Sure.
Yeah. But coaches,
you're trying to win in the SEC, you better make sure you have everything covered up on the interior.
You got to have that. You got to have that first and foremost. So if you don't have a good offensive line, it's not a maybe or we'll see or let's try. You're not winning. You're not winning games in this conference without an offensive line, without a good offensive line, period, point blank.
It is going to be a new-look offense with personnel. Tennessee will have more new starters than not from last year to this year.
Yep. 4 new ones on the offensive line, potentially one in tight end, but if you go just single tight end, then I probably would give the nod to our guy Kinselman. But I think Ethan Davis will make a huge jump this year from last year, and then wide receiver, all those guys are going to be new starters. I know Brazel started a little bit last year, but 2 out of 3 will be new there.
Yep.
Running back will be a new starter. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of new on the offense.
Yep. So, good cut there. Go check out the entire conversation. He's always worth a follow. Cole Kublik from the SEC Network, Mac and Cube, talking about Tennessee's offensive line transfer, Wendell Moy Jr. We'll come back, 865-656-9900. A dramatic finish and very cool story out of the first play-in game last night in the NCAA tournament. We'll hand out an attaboy with it when we come back right here on Josh and Swain.
If you have health issues that make exercise and weight loss difficult, Fitness Together can help. By combining personal training with physical therapy and nutrition, they can help you feel and move better than you ever imagined. Schedule your free consultation today at knoxft.com and see what they can do for you.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. Wilson Brothers can help you if you run into any kind of issue. So we have kind of made our way through the winter months, but at Wilson Brothers Plumbing, they can help you anytime you need help with a project, with any kind of problem you might run into. Call the professionals at Wilson Brothers Plumbing, just as we have done at our home. Wilson Brothers Plumbing can help you if you are planning a project. They helped us when we needed some work done on the outside of our home. We ran into an underground leak issue at our home almost a couple of years ago. It was during the springtime. They came out and checked out what was going on. They were able to identify the issue and then provide us a solution. And then they made sure everything was taken care of. They also gave us an upfront price before doing any work, so we knew ahead of time what was going to be done, what it would cost. Then they made sure it was done correctly. They will do that for you. They work with integrity and collaborate as a team to help with any kind of job to make sure it's done right. Call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537 or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. That's wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been the announcement.
Last year's Retro Food City 500 was a huge success. 54 lead changes, a new record. And for 2025, we are back to the sweet spring weather of April. It's racing the way it ought to be at Bristol, baby. And now it's a triple header weekend with trucks, Xfinity, and Cup races. Better weather and more racing equals more hooting and hollering fun. It's the Food City 500 NASCAR weekend at Bristol Motor Speedway, April 11 through 13, 2025.
It's Bristol, baby!
Join John and Vince this Friday morning at Oak Ridge Nissan at the corner of Illinois Avenue and the Turnpike in Oak Ridge. Make that short 10-minute drive from anywhere to Oak Ridge Nissan and save thousands. This Friday morning from 6 till 9 at Oak Ridge Nissan with John and Vince in 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Hey ladies, do you know the secret to becoming even more beautiful? The secret to great recipe are the ingredients. If your body is primarily water, the most significant ingredient is better water. Hi, I'm David Brewster from Aqua Clear Water Systems. An overlooked beauty secret is the water quality you're drinking and bathing in. If you want to have beautiful skin and hair, it begins with better water. I've been married for 31 years, and my wife is even more beautiful now than when we got married. I believe the number one reason for her beauty is for years she's been drinking and bathing in healthier and safer water that's free from harsh microtoxins and hardness impurities that damage and dull skin and hair. So this month, get better water by having an Aqua Clear water system installed and receive $400 off. Beauty begins with better water. Aqua Clear water.
Aqua Clear will change your water. It'll change your life.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
It's Nico time in Tennessee. Our Vols team keeps tipping the win column. If you're looking for a tip in real estate, I'm Nick Nico with the Nico Real Estate team at Keller Williams, and I've got a tip for you. What's that tip? Now is the time. You may have been keeping an eye on interest rates, but with the right strategy, this shouldn't sideline your real estate goals. Like our Vols, you can still score big in today's market. The East Tennessee real estate market is one of the hottest in the nation, so let our local Vol professionals draw up the right play for you. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, let the Nico team find that slam dunk that you've been looking for. Call us at VOL 214-7066 or online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com. Maximize your profits by selling high and buying low with our Nico know-how. It's the Nico team at Keller Williams. Go Vols and go Nico.
We're back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Jason Swain is here, VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. We'll talk to Brayton Gall of 440 Sports at the start of the 2 o'clock hour. We'll talk some Tennessee football with Austin Price when he joins us at 2:30. We're with you until 3 o'clock today. And again, appreciate you hanging out with us as always. Text box remains open at 865-656-9900. We had 2 basketball games last night in the NCAA tournament. In the first 4, North Carolina won easily against San Diego State, so UNC advances to take on Ole Miss tomorrow. And Alabama State, in a win against St. Francis, came with some drama and a reminder of what excites us with the NCAA tournament. That result last night leads us into today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. They went full court on the pass, by the way, Jason Swain, as Amar Knox hit the layup with that final second there on the scoreboard to win 70-68. By the way, the inbounds pass came from Micah Simpson, who is from Morristown East. And also a really cool story with Alabama State being led by Coach Tony Madlock, and his son, TJ Madlock, is a starter at guard as a senior for Alabama State. Really cool story that came together last night with that win.
Yeah, both from the city of Memphis, and last night's win was Alabama State's first NCAA win in school history. And it's a story that hit close to home because the Matlock family and the Swain family, we tight. Tony Matlock, head coach, his sister is best friends with my wife and is the godmother of my oldest child. So super, super tight with the Matlock family, and just so happy for Tony. When Penny became the head coach at Memphis, he was on that staff. He's also been on the staff at Auburn. He was a baller back in his day in Memphis at Melrose High School, so it was cool to see him make history on the first night of the NCAA tournament.
So really cool story with Alabama State. They move on, and they also, with that win, these games really matter. So the SWAC is going to see tremendous benefits financially from that.
Oh, yeah.
That can create opportunities for Tony Matlock in the future with what he wants to do next in coaching in future years. So just a cool moment. The full court pass, by the way, those plays are the best in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, we were talking yesterday about seeing some of these last-minute shots and buzzer beaters and upsets throughout the tournament. I didn't know it would be the first game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was the first game, the first play-in game. So it's already off to a hot start.
Yep, that is the way to lead it off. So Alabama State with the win last night. To the Madlock family, to everybody involved, Micah Simpson with the local connection.
That's right.
Attaboys, and of course Amar Knox for knocking down the shot to get it done. Attaboys for that win. That was huge over St. Francis last night. What a way to get things started. So we hand you your Attaboys today, and we hand out Attaboys and Attagirls every day thanks to Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialist. For 20 years, Native Design has transformed outdoor spaces into breathtaking retreats where families gather, friends connect, and memories are made. Native Design turns ordinary yards into exceptional escapes. If you need help from Native Design, call 865-310-3256 or visit nativetn.com. For Native Design, your local custom pool and hardscape specialists. The big 11 seed matchup tonight. You also get Mount St. Mary's against American in the first 4 games.
Okay. What time is the Texas game?
Scheduled for 9:10.
Gotcha. Listen, I watched both games last night up until Carolina was up by 30 and the game was boring, but locked in, baby. Locked in tonight for more NCAA tournament. And then all heck breaks loose tomorrow.
Tomorrow things get wild. We do have late games we'll be watching. These games are going all day, all night long. Tomorrow we will be at the Bed Store in Turkey Creek. So when you wake up tomorrow morning after watching Texas and Xavier, and you wake up Friday morning after staying up late for Utah State and UCLA to find out who Tennessee's going to play in the second round, and you're feeling a little groggy, thinking, man, I got to sleep better, just remember you can stop by the Bed Store in Turkey Creek tomorrow or any of their locations, and they'll take care of you.
That's right. That is right. We usually go to the Bed Store around this time of the year.
Yep.
So I remember the last 2 years we've been at the Bed Store during the tournament. So it works out.
Tennessee better not sleep on Wofford tomorrow night, but you should sleep on a mattress from the Bed Store.
Yeah. You gotta have a good mattress.
Get good Turkey Creek fresh air tomorrow. Nice, comfortable mattresses.
It's pretty fresh out here, too, Josh.
Breathe that in. We'll come back with 1 hour to go. Braden Gall, 440 Sports, UT alum, next right here on Josh and Swain.
The A.G. Hines Company, a fourth-generation family business backed by more than 100 years of customer service serving all East Tennessee. That's a century's worth of knowledge in material application, concrete, masonry, waterproofing, stucco eaves, slate roofing, and manufactured stone veneer. They have you covered with name brands like Nudura, Drive It, and Spectex. No job is too big or too small. They have the expertise to assist in all your residential or commercial construction needs. The A.G. Hines Company, building materials since anyone can remember.
Fellas, there are signs of low testosterone levels that you need to pay attention to, like you're feeling tired, you're lacking motivation and drive, or there's some weight gain or loss of muscle mass. If you notice these things, get your levels checked, and you can do that at Low T Center. Their health providers specialize in treating low T with personalized testosterone replacement therapy. This is done with each patient. They have over a decade of experience helping patients, and very important, their personal treatment plans are customized just for you. They're not standard basic dosage treatments. You can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. Go to the website, lowtcenter.com, to book your appointment online today. Get back to your best. Go to the website. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
This has been a paid announcement.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Need a home loan to buy, build, or remodel the home of your dreams, but not sure what loan option is right for you? Alcoa 10 can help. Their lending team can assist you in finding the solution that best fits your needs. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Are you concerned about age-related macular degeneration, or AMD? If you're over 50, then you should be. AMD impacts as many as 1 in 10 Americans over 50, severely impacting your vision and robbing you of your ability to drive, read, and enjoy the vibrant beauty of life. Now, protecting your eyes is easier thanks to New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements. Specifically formulated to improve eye health, New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements not only protect your eyes, but help improve night vision, as well as helping to relieve eye fatigue caused by digital devices. Only New Nordic uses wild Swedish blueberries because of their superior concentration of color pigments, which are vital to eye function and health. New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements are Scandinavia's #1 selling natural eye formula. But now you can find them at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com. Enjoy healthy vision with New Nordic's Blueberry Eye Supplements. Available now at Amazon.com or NewNordicUSA.com.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At The Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, and our sleep experts will help match you to your perfect one using our exclusive Tuck Fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Tempur-Pedic for only $19 a month with free local delivery and $300 in free accessories. Come see us at one of our convenient locations or go to bedstore.com today.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
The Bed Store, while we'll even tuck you in.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Touchdown! Streaming worldwide at 991thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. Yes! We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Perloff with a Sports Minute. North Carolina's inclusion in the Field of 68 upset a lot of people, but the Fuhrer seemed to inspire them. The Tar Heels blew out San Diego State in the first 4 and now head into Friday's matchup with Ole Miss with some momentum. The 12 members of the selection committee are rooting hard for UNC to make a run. Even now, they can say, see, the Tar Heels can play some ball. Do they deserve to be here? Probably not, but that doesn't make beating North Carolina any easier now that the actual tournament is underway. I'm Andrew Perloff.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Shopping for a mortgage? Don't sign a thing till you call for a free quote from Fountain City Finance. 687-8200.
Hour number 3 of Josh and Swain is here. Thank you for being with us. Jason Swain is here. He's a VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. And we go to the Stanley Fencing Gates hotline this start of the hour to say hello to Braden Gall from 440 Sports. Very busy, as always, in this mid-state, covering everything. Braden, have you been able to dive into college hoops? You're so focused with everything going on, football, college football, the NFL, and he has dropped off maybe to pick up a bracket to dive in a little deeper. We'll reconnect with Braden here in just a moment.
Yeah, Braden is in-state talent. I was thinking about all the teams from the state of Tennessee in the tournament.
Yeah.
You got Lipscomb. You got Memphis. You got Tennessee. I think that's it.
Vandy.
Oh yeah. Vanderbilt.
As
the
we go
from Tennessee.
We go back to the mid-state. Say hello to Braden Gall. Hello, Braden.
Hello. I would like from now on to be introduced as VFL and former high school receiver. That's what I would like to be introduced as.
I can do that. No problem. Consider it done.
Did you have skills, Braden?
Say that again?
Did you have skills?
Look, I'm not trying to go full Al Bundy on you guys here, but 5A all-region receiver, 1999, Middle Tennessee. That was me, baby. That was me.
Okay.
That's all I need to know.
I scored at least 9 touchdowns, y'all.
That's all I need to know.
All right, this is a big segment. A couple of standout wide receivers here on the show, and Jason Swain and Braden Gall. Have you taken a dive into the tournament? You're football heavy, deservedly so, with everything college football plus the Titans going on a day-to-day basis. But your alma mater's a 2 seed. A lot of people picking Tennessee to go to the Final Four, by the way.
I will not be one of them. As we've learned during the baseball tournament last year, that will not be what's happening with me. Honestly, it's there's a lot to your first question, no, I have not had an opportunity to dive in. I'm not a basketball expert. I do not cover basketball, so don't listen to anything I'm saying here, which is great radio for you guys. But what I think is fascinating, first of all, I am more interested in how the SEC got here from like an investment standpoint. You hire Mike Tranghese in 2016 to make basketball better, and it's worked so well that it's now the greatest basketball conference ever assembled. I find that to be utterly fascinating. And obviously Tennessee's a huge part of that with hiring Rick Barnes and investing in the program and everything. They're a lot of fun to watch. Am I picking them to go all the way to the Final Four for the first time in school history? Probably not. You guys can tell me where this team would rank amongst Rick Barnes' best teams, probably better than I could. Auburn's limping into the tournament. Florida's got waves and waves and waves of dudes, but I'm picking Duke just because they got the best player if he's fully healthy. So.
Yeah, Tennessee, when they hired Rick Barnes, was just lucky. Donnie Tyndall is let go, and you need a coach. And then Texas felt like they reached their peak with Rick Barnes. And voila, it worked out. It's not too far away from where he is from in North Carolina. It's been a perfect fit. And you've seen other schools be serious about basketball. Georgia went out and hired a big-time coach. Former coach at Marquette didn't work out, but the attempt was there. And Alabama did the same thing. Bruce Pearl was hired at Auburn when he got off his 3-year show call. So, yeah, over time, the SEC just hired better coaches. And when you do that, you have better programs.
Well, and honestly, a lot of our show today, SEC Football Live, going to be up, of course, at 3 o'clock today, Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern. like I'm having a conversation with Mitch Light, who's my former boss who works at The Athletic, and our entire conversation is around like all these news stories around NIL, around player investment, about, coaches getting these big salaries, around, stadium investment, facility investment, the decisions around that stuff. Alabama, Auburn, and Ole Miss deciding to put on pause some investment in their stadiums. Meanwhile, Florida's like, well, we might need to put $1 billion into a stadium. Tennessee, I think, is a perfect example of administration, head coach, player alignment, which is now something they've had for the first time, in a long time from a football standpoint, and certainly basketball as well. But a lot of it, part of the inspiration, or at least the reason I'm thinking about all that, is because the SEC made a conscious decision to make basketball better, and they did it. Well, how do we do that in football when the Big Ten is the last 2 national championships? Right now, I don't know if Alabama or LSU or Oklahoma, all those 3 football programs that have coaches under a lot of pressure this year and the next 2 years, like, could they go hire Dan Lanning away from Oregon? Or has the game changed so much because of pure decision making? Like, we are going to invest in football the way the SEC invested in basketball. And that's why it's so interesting to me, because I think we're asking questions around football that we haven't asked maybe ever, which is how do we deploy our resources appropriately to build championship programs and to build winning programs, because Saban's gone, so Alabama can't take all the championships. Kirby stepped into that role, and I think Georgia could do that. But, like, who else? Like, Tennessee's trying to go from a B+ to an A+ national championship program. A&M's trying to do that. Auburn's trying to do that. LSU's trying to do that with Kelly. Oklahoma's trying, and we don't know if that's going to work with Brent Venables. Texas looks like they have done it. It's fascinating to me about what to do with money, resources, time, personnel, people. What's important to athletes? What's important to winning? I think it's all super interesting and very fluid, and I think it's utterly fascinating.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma definitely showed college football that they're serious with them bringing in, Jim Nagy, and then Nagy bringing in another person from the NFL to basically treat that part of the program like the NFL. So I don't know if Brent Venables is going to be there long term, but I think Oklahoma knew they needed to get better players, and they seem pretty serious about it, bringing in Nagy.
Yeah, Nagy's not going there just to hold a title, Braden.
Well, but let's think through. I mean, again, I know Jim. I think it's interesting that it's Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Because Brent Venables is under a lot of pressure. If they have another season where they go 6-6, that'd be 3 out of 4 years where he's not getting the job done. Oklahoma is used to 10-win seasons every year. Mm-hmm. And so I agree, like, the investment is not a problem at Oklahoma. Frankly, it's not a problem at most SEC schools. Even at places like Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Arkansas, who would be on that, like, sort of middle tier that's not on a championship caliber tier. Not the problem. Money, not the problem. It's how they're going about using the money that I find to be interesting. Honestly, having a general manager that makes $1 million, that is going to be table stakes for SEC football soon, if not already. Having a stadium that is a certain quality, not just quantity, that's going to be table stakes from now on. And most of the big power programs are going to have those things or already have those things. Oklahoma's had all the stuff you'd ever need to be good. They're one of the most consistent programs in college football in the last 30 years. But what now delivers consistency, and how has it changed in the last 5 years? I think people are trying to figure that out. And certainly Tennessee did a great job investing in NIL real quickly, right? Like, well, LSU was a little slower on the uptick. Now they're pouring money into NIL. Texas figured out how to find alignment the way Tennessee did. They figured it out faster and got themselves ready for a move to the SEC. A&M spent $76 million to not have a coach. Like, are they figuring it out? I think they are, but are they behind? Let's look at Notre Dame and Brian Kelly, for example. I'm fascinated by that decision to move to LSU because he said, look, I can't win a championship at Notre Dame because I need to recruit in a bigger pool to have bigger players and better talent. LSU gives me that. Well, Marcus Freeman became the Dan Lanning for Notre Dame. Oregon lost Willie Taggart to Florida State. They lost Mario Cristobal to Oregon or to Miami, bang, bang, real fast. They went out and got somebody. He turned out to be better and doesn't, from by all accounts, turned down Alabama last year for the job. And so I'm fascinated about just all the different why the coaches are choosing to do things, why players are choosing to do things, how to invest your resources in the maximum way that maximizes returns. It's still about good talent. both on the field and on the sidelines, but also in the administration. You got to, and this is what Mitch will say on the show today. So I recommend listening to SEC Football Live. Administrations win championships, coaches win games, players win plays. And I think that's a really interesting way to lay out what you have to have. And if you look at Tennessee, I think they're a perfect example of this. Danny White is building a structure, an environment to create championship caliber programs. The coaches then have to be responsible for maximizing those programs and winning games, putting their players in a position to succeed. And then the player has to go out and win the play. And right now, the part that's missing for Tennessee is the five-star quarterback hasn't fully realized his potential yet. And when that happens, then you've got championship program, championship coach, championship quarterback, and that's when you can elevate yourself to another level. Has Oregon done that? I don't know. Has Notre Dame done that? Close. Oregon's close. Where's Oklahoma, LSU? What's Alabama going to be without Nick Saban? I think it's outside of Ohio State and Georgia. I think everyone else is going like, how do we do this? And I think I think people are, obviously some people are much further ahead than others.
Braden Gall, 440 Sports. Before you go, something else that fascinates me a little bit. At the start of the segment, you said you're not picking Tennessee to go to the Final Four. You referenced the World Series last year.
No, Braden scared.
You refused. You were afraid. You wouldn't do it until Tennessee actually won the World Series. So are you saying the lesson there is that you were correct, and that's the approach to take? Because we told you leading up, don't be afraid. That was our pick to win it. So who's right, Josh and Swain or Braden, or are we all correct here?
Well, we're all right because personal freedom, America, don't tell me how to live my life, all right? First of all, number one. Number two, it's easy when you're the number one clear-cut best team in the country. That's number one. That is certainly not this basketball team, although they're very close. But it's the same reason my fantasy baseball draft yesterday, I do not have Pete Alonso. I do not have Francisco Lindor. I do not have Juan Soto. I do not have Edwin Diaz. I have none of them for this exact reason. If they are great, awesome. I get to watch them be great. But if they get hurt, I'm not going to be in pain twice and have my fantasy team suck and my real team suck. I'm not going to do that. So it's okay for me to live my life the way I choose, boys. Okay? Stop infringing on my rights.
You're scared.
Yeah. For some reason, you continue to choose to be a New York Mets fan. I hope our listeners don't hold that against you. I still recommend you check out the work there at 440 Sports. You teased it, but what can people find from 440?
Tons of really great Titans content right now. Football show, Paul Karski podcast. We got so many good shows. Mondays and Thursdays, you can check us out. Nick Suss from the Tennessean is a host with me. Paul Karski's my other host on Mondays. SEC Football Live on Wednesdays. You can check that out. We've got great coverage of the Predators, Nashville SC, you name it. Anything in Tennessee, we've got you covered. But we're a football organization first, so come by and check us out. Swing by the YouTube page, check out the socials, et cetera, all the great stuff. You can find us by searching the interwebs there, and I think you'll find something you like. So, it's better than it's absolutely better than the Mets pitching staff. So there's that.
We hope so, collectively. Hey, Braden, appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much. Good to have Major League Baseball right around the corner. A little taste with the Dodgers and the Cubs playing over in Japan, and college football never takes a break. So go check it out, 440 Sports. Braden, thanks for the time as always, and we'll talk to you again soon.
All right, boys.
Braden Gall joining us there on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline. Just refusing.
It's harder when the team is number one, right?
That's what history said.
Well,
it had been 25 years since number one overall won the World Series.
Well, that was his stance during the baseball season, that he wasn't going to pick Tennessee because a number one seed hadn't won a championship since '99.
But a lot of people share the emotions that Braden was expressing. Just not going to do it.
I think people think a lot of themselves and think they really have control over the outcome of the game when they're sitting at the house.
I know that a lot of people think that, yep.
Like, we had no control over Tennessee beating Auburn and no control over Tennessee losing to Florida from the couch. But that's what you want to continue to think? Go for it.
You and I will have no effect on what happens between Tennessee and Wofford tomorrow, or Tennessee and UCLA or Utah State this weekend.
Correct. But Take credit for it, though.
Happy to do that. We'll come back. 865-656-9900. If you would like to join us, we continue for another 45 minutes. Austin Price of VolQuest joins us in 15 minutes here on Josh and Swain.
Be here today for No Huddle. 30 minutes of talking sports. Only stopping to give you 30-second traffic updates. Be here at 5 for No Huddle, powered by Chattanooga Whiskey. Made in Chattanooga with double the roasted and toasted grains than anyone else. It's Tennessee's best sipping whiskey. No Huddle, today, 5 p.m. on 99.1. The Sports Animal.
Hi, I'm Ricky of Wilson Brothers Plumbing with your Plum Truth tip of the day. Knock, knock. Who's there? Hopefully not your pipes. If your pipes are making knocking sounds, check your water pressure, tighten loose fittings, and check stop valves. If the knocking in your plumbing is widespread throughout your home, it could be time to contact a plumber. Give us a call at Wilson Brothers Plumbing, 865-415-1537, or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers Plumbing, the proof is in the plumbing.
Ah, spring is the season of love. Now, maybe you spent all winter cozying up with your special someone, and now it's time to pop that big question. That means it's also the time to find the perfect ring at TK Wheeler Jewelers. TK Wheeler Jewelers has a huge selection of engagement rings in all different sizes, shapes, and colors. You can check out beautiful eternity bands, diamond solitaires, or even diamond halo engagement rings. And you can go as big as you want, because at TK Wheeler Jewelers, you're always going to get more bling for your buck than anywhere in Knoxville. TK Wheeler Jewelers is located on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge. It's right there next to the Outback Steakhouse, and you're going to love your shopping experience. There's over $2.5 million of inventory, a friendly staff to help, and like I said a second ago, you're always going to get more bling for your buck. Find that perfect ring she won't be able to say no to at the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid announcement. When it comes to commercial real estate, experience is worth its weight in gold. NAI Cola R.M. Moore's team brings 500 years combined experience to the table. With that much experience, you can trust they've seen every mistake made before. They know how to avoid pitfalls that can cost time and impact profits. That means NAI Cola R.M. Moore's experience not only helps expedite deals, but it also saves you in both the short and long run, because they know how to avoid costly issues before they happen. Experience gets the deal done right, the first time and every time. From commercial, office, and investment property to property management, trust NAI Cola RM Moore to optimize your opportunities to maximize profit in commercial real estate. Call NAI Cola RM Moore today at 865-531-6400. That's 865-531-6400.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At The Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like the luxurious Beautyrest Black mattresses, and we'll match you to your perfect one using our exclusive tuck fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Beautyrest Black for only $19 a month with free local delivery and up to $300 in free accessories.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
The Bed Store, while we'll even tuck you in.
Does life feel heavy sometimes? Lay your burden down and give it to God. The Gathering Church is a community of believers who are not here to fix you, but to help you receive the love that God wants you to have. It's never too late. Jesus still saves, heals, delivers, prospers, and He cares for you. Prayer service at 9:30 a.m., teaching at 10:30. Visit online at thegatheringfamily.com, or better yet, come in person. All are welcome at The Gathering. You're not alone. You can make this place your home.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1, The Sports Animal proves it. Always on, always free.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. Jason Swain's here. I'm Josh. We'll talk to Austin Price 10 minutes from now. He'll join us to talk Tennessee football as we continue to talk Tennessee basketball ahead of tomorrow's game. 6:50 tip-off tomorrow with Tennessee in Lexington taking on Wofford. Jay texted in and said the disrespect Josh is giving Wofford is on another level. Tennessee versus fill in the blank in the second round. That is no way to approach the advance or go home bracket. That said, I want to see walk-ons the whole second half against the Terriers.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if we disrespect them or not.
I feel like you were more disrespectful earlier in the show than me. I've got respect for Wofford.
I do too. I watched their championship game.
Yeah, I did too, against Furman in the SoCon.
Yeah, I mean they were down by 4 points with 2 minutes to go and roared back, hit a couple timely shots, made free throws at the end of the game, put up 92 points. Man, I got a lot of respect for them. They were not one of the top 2 or 3 seeds in the SoCon, but one I think is a 5th seed. So yeah, I got a lot of respect for them. Still think they're gonna get beat down though.
Right, they entered conference tournament play with an overall record of 16-15. Ken Palm ranks Wofford number 118 in the country.
Yeah, so listen.
But in that game against Furman, they looked like a team that understood, hey, this is how you play in March. This is what you have to do late in important games. But it was easier to do that against Furman than it will be against Tennessee tomorrow.
If Wofford wants to play the disrespect card, go ahead. Because everybody is picking.
Nobody's picking Wofford to win.
Wofford. Everybody's picking Tennessee, except for I did see Matt Norlander from CBS tweet a picture of his son's bracket, and his son had Wofford winning in the first round.
I saw that picture. I didn't pay attention to any of his picks, but so he picked Wofford. Well, that makes a lot of sense. The name's Wofford. It's a fun name. They have, if we ranked school names that are most fun to say out loud, they're top 5. They're either a 1 or a 2 seed.
Yeah. What about Omaha? Omaha! We've heard that a time or two, right?
Yeah, I think I've heard it said that way.
So we'll hear about them for the next couple of days.
Tennessee favored by 18.5 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a little low.
I think it's a little low too. But you never know. You have to go out there and play. You got to make shots. But Tennessee should make shots, and they should block shots tomorrow night.
Yes. Yes. Felix Parr should have a field day. A field day. Respectfully. Ain't that what you're supposed to do? Supposed to say respectfully after every sentence so you don't offend anybody?
Right. Right. Justin said, I've disrespected Duke for 35 years. It has not hurt them yet. Dukies are back. 1 seed.
Is that a Vol Hill out here? Huh? Nah, just kidding.
How about that? Hey, Vol Hills were living right last night. North Carolina's on to a game against Ole Miss.
That's going to be a good one right there in the first round.
I think he's still with CBS, but Tim Doyle, who's an analyst, writer, former player himself, I think he had called Ole Miss a fraud. And it was brought up to Chris Beard at his press conference. What do you think? And he pointed everything they've done, the league they play in. We'll see, but
no, they are definitely not a fraud because that would make us a fraud too, kind of, right? Since they beat us.
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, I'm not.
Things happen, but Ole Miss better be ready for North Carolina. You know what's funny? The conversation, should North Carolina be in to the tournament? At this point, it doesn't really matter, and they won last night, and that doesn't necessarily mean they should have, but it kind of depends. If you look at the resume and their quad 1 record, it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
Their record against high-level competition. But last night was a win for the stat boys, the stat sheeters, or the spreadsheeters out there, because I looked at a projection today of where teams are seeded. Are they overseeded, underseeded, based on how good they are, what the metrics say? And North Carolina's underseeded. They're more talented than a play-in team at 11 seed.
That's when sometimes the computers get it wrong.
Well, they got it right last night.
Well, I understand.
They ran through San Diego State.
Well, I understand that, but, like,
And if I'm Chris Beard, I'm a little frustrated because I know that North Carolina is better than what its resume says, and now I got to play them, and they're feeling good.
I mean, hey, he shouldn't be.
Like,
he shouldn't be frustrated.
Ken Palm ranks Ole Miss number 26 and North Carolina number 30. It's a toss-up.
Let me see.
But one's a 6 and one's an 11.
Let me see.
A play in 11. Ken Palm has Ole Miss winning by 1. It's a 50-50 game.
Well, you know what I'll say to that? Tough stuff. Tough stuff, Josh.
Tough stuff.
Tough stuff.
Sometimes you got to just say tough stuff.
Tough stuff. I mean, you think Chris Beard's been moving the right way last couple of years? No, when you move like Rick Barnes, you get blessed by the basketball gods. But you go look at some of these teams, man, they're not set up to go really far. You ask yourself, have they been behaving and carry themselves like the basketball gods who want them to carry themselves?
Tennessee has G-Force in the YouTube chat says Tennessee by 30 tomorrow against Wofford.
Yeah.
We will come back. We'll talk Tennessee football. We'll get an official pick for tomorrow, this weekend, maybe the Final Four from Austin Price of AllQuest.com. When we come back with 30 minutes to go on Josh and Swain.
You're always welcome to join us on Sports Talk on The Sports Animal. I'm John Wilkerson with Vince Ferrara. We join you Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m.
And now our show is on social media. Same handle on all the socials. Sports Talk on 991, Instagram, Facebook, and X.
Hey folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. What dealer can give you $5,500 for any old sled you can bring to Ted? That's a clue. Ted Russell Nissan, that's who. And we're also the only dealer where you can buy 4 brand new tires for the price of 2. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
A new year provides a fresh new start, an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a brand new day. One area of your life that you're probably not thinking about is your sleep. Hi, I'm Roger Cunningham, owner of The Bed Store. The quality of your sleep will have a drastic effect on all the other areas of your life. Your health and weight, your mental cognition, your mood, your willpower, all greatly affected by the quality of sleep. At The Bed Store, we can help tuck fit you into your just right mattress so you can get the best sleep of your life. We carry the best brands like Life Force Energy Giving Kinesis, and our sleep experts will help match you to your perfect one using our exclusive tuck fit process. Right now, you can get well tucked into Kinesis for only $19 a month with free local delivery and up to $300 in free accessories.
The right mattress, the right price, guaranteed at the Bed Store.
The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
100% satisfaction guarantee of happy you'll be or the service is free. That's what you can expect from Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. They've been in business for 35 years. They're family-owned and operated. So when you've been doing business that long, that means you've been doing things the right way. No one wants to deal with plumbing, HVAC, or electrical emergencies. But when you deal with Hiller, you'll know that they'll get it fixed the right way. They won't just try to sell you something. They'll solve your problems quickly. The price you're told is a price that you'll actually pay. No hidden fees, no surprises when you get your bill. Book online at happyhiller.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Life is all about choices. Wings are no different. Fire breathing hot or sweet chili lime. A next level lunch or dinner with the crew for the game. Share with your wingman or rock your own personal drum solo. Big Kahuna Wings has you covered no matter how you chow. For over 25 years, we've been the real Big Kahuna here in Knoxville, slinging world famous wings, burgers, fries, and more. Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all. Coming soon to Maryville. Big Kahuna Wings, changing your taste buds forever.
Hi, I'm Ricky of Wilson Brothers Plumbing with your Plum Truth tip of the day. Knock, knock. Who's there? Hopefully not your pipes. If your pipes are making knocking sounds, check your water pressure, tighten loose fittings, and check stop valves. If the knocking in your plumbing is widespread throughout your home, it could be time to contact a plumber. Give us a call at Wilson Brothers Plumbing, 865-415-1537, or visit wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers Plumbing, the proof is in the plumbing.
Big savings right now on all floor covering at Frazier's Carpet One. Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Frazier's Carpet One, and for a very limited time, Frazier's is having a massive blowout sale on all in-stock flooring. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile and plank, ceramic, area rugs, and more, Fraser's has hundreds of thousands of square feet of all flooring in stock. And right now, if it's in stock, it's on sale, up to 50% off. As a fourth-generation, family-owned business, you don't stay in business for 65 years if you don't offer value. Plus no money down and free financing for an entire year. Just give us a call at 546-4850 and we'll come to you with free in-home estimates and free in-home shopping.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get exclusive deals now, like saving $30 on a Little Giant Extra Light Plus 5-foot aluminum stepladder and more. Valid 3/17 to 3/19. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
It's a rather windy Wednesday afternoon for us, with gusts near 35 miles per hour at times. Clouds will continue to build. Our high reaches near 78. Overnight, showers and storms roll in, down to 46. For your Thursday, chilly in the morning with a mix of sun and clouds in the afternoon, a high of 50. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Granger.
This Friday morning, Eric and Brian take the Eric Ain Show out to Rusty Wallace Honda at the intersection of Selection, I-75 and Callahan Drive. Stop by Rusty Wallace Honda, meet the guys, and get a great deal on a new or used car with the Sports Animal.
Welcome back into Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us as we continue for another 30 minutes. Then Tyler and Will take over at 3 o'clock on the Sports Animal side. We continue on AM 640, the Sports Monster, and we get to go to the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline this segment to say hello to Austin Price of VolQuest.com. Austin, appreciate the time, as always, as Tennessee's football team opens spring practice. They get a little bit of a break, then they get back to it. What do you think we have learned? What have you heard that stands out about the start of Tennessee spring practice, the first 4 of 15?
Well, we've learned that there's going to be a lot of unknowns going into this football season. And it's exciting to me because, I think, just there's multiple options of how this thing could play out. But, you look at the wide receiver room, a lot of unknowns. Not going to know anything concrete until you actually start putting pen to paper in the fall. There are unknowns on the offensive line. I think what you've learned, though, is Tennessee's 2 additions, Sam Pendleton and Wendell Moy are, seem to be plug-and-play guys at guard. And I think that's a good sign for the offensive line. I think there's some real promise at the tailback spot, with, what Deshaun Bishop continues to bring, with what Peyton Lewis has grown into this offseason. Star Thomas coming over from Duke, and then DeJuan Morris has definitely piqued everybody's interest, in the first 4 practices of spring.
Anything that you've learned about this team in the first half of spring practice outside of that there's some unknowns and it's going to be pretty exciting? Anything that you gather from being in practice, talking to people that you maybe didn't know leading up to spring practice?
Just a lot of change. Some of it's forced change. A year ago, there was a lot of forced change in the secondary. There's forced change at wide receiver. There's forced change on the offensive line. Some of it's forced change due to graduation. Some of it's due to transfer. Either way, I think that just new faces, new opportunities. And you kind of knew that going in, but when you start looking at the broad stroke of it all, there's just a lot of newness around this football team.
We're talking to Austin Price, VolQuest.com. A lot of the conversation is on the offensive side. What do you think stands out about some of the defensive side in what's being talked about, whether it's young players with newer opportunities or guys who played last season that step into bigger roles, maybe leadership roles? What do you hear or think about right now with the defensive side of the conversation?
Well, Ricky Gibson's obviously leading the way in the secondary at corner. Jacoby Thomas, I think, in year 2 seems to be a little bit more, I think, kind of where his feet are. I think he's little more grounded, and maybe has a better feel for things, in year two. And then, you like what Evan Spillman is bringing to the table at linebacker. And then I think Tennessee, has got a nice kind of different group of defensive linemen. You have some older guys like Bryson Eason. Then you have some younger guys like Isaiah Campbell or Ethan Utley. And then guys like Tyree Weathersby or Jordan Ross, going into, their first real opportunity for action this spring and into the fall. So, variance is the name of the game. And I think Tennessee's got that, especially on the defensive line.
We knew the talk of Boo Carter getting some offensive opportunities going into spring. Has his role on the practice field early on the offensive side, has that made it feel more real, projecting toward the fall of him having a role there in addition to his role on defense?
Yeah, I think, for Boo, I think, he's got a pep in his step. And I think, part of that is he's getting to do what he wanted to do, which is play on both sides of the ball. He loved that in high school. Not many people get that opportunity in college, but Tennessee seems to be willing to do that for him. And, I think the offensive staff has liked what they've seen from Boo. Obviously, the players on offense think that he can really help them. And, he seems like he's a little bit even more locked in this spring, knowing he's got, double the responsibility this year. And he knows that he has to go out and earn the offensive reps. He's not just as simple as just, roll the ball out. He's got to go out there and prove that he can handle playing both ways from the mental side of things. And, to this point, I think he's done a nice job of that.
Are we past the Ricky Gibson stuff with him?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's on team. We good to go moving forward.
That's the way I'm handling it.
All right, good.
Austin Price, VolQuest.com, is with us. What about on the recruiting front? What is the focus? What is some of the latest intel on that side, recruiting for the 2026 class?
Yeah, Tennessee's done a really nice job with Tristan Keys. I think they're, if not the top team, they're definitely in that group of teams that are, vying to be at the top for him. Tennessee's just got to continue to knock it out of the park when it comes to contact, when it comes to, building that relationship. He'll be back here at least one more time for his official visit in June. I'm sure they'll try to get him back before then. And Tennessee's certainly a player for Savion Hyder. This will be he's the primo running back in this class, and that's a change of philosophy. Tennessee's not went big at the running back spot since Heupel's been here. And this would be a big addition to add a guy like Savion Hyder if they can somehow get him. He'll be to campus here first week of April, and we'll see where things go from there. Tennessee's obviously in play for some other big time targets as well, but this is kind of that posturing phase of recruiting where you're trying to just kind of find your place in a kid's recruitment, lock in a spot, and then May, June, and July will be when, especially June, it'll be good.
You talked to Tristan Keys, 5-star receiver, upcoming class. He was here on campus and went to practice. What did he say stood out to him about Tennessee? Why does he like Tennessee so much?
He said he's a huge fan of Jason Swain. That was his mentor, who he looked up to, his favorite receiver of all time. He loves Kelsey Pope. He loves Faison Brandon. Faison Brandon and Tristan Keys have built a really good relationship, and I think that's one of the bigger reasons that Tennessee's a major player there for the Mississippi product is both Pope and Faison have done a really nice job with him, and he just feels like a huge priority to Tennessee.
So Tristan Keys, he has a VCR player still at the house. You said he's studying up on Swain.
Blu-ray. It's kind of a fleeting moment in time where Blu-rays were a big deal, and
Yeah, 06, you're probably stepping into the Blu-ray era. It's costly, but
No,
I think that's probably true. Hey, Austin, our focus with you is football most of the time, but March Madness, NCAA tournament is here. Have you filled out a bracket? How far do you have Tennessee going as the Vols open up play tomorrow against Wofford?
I've not filled out a bracket since I correctly picked 3 of the 4 Final Four teams a handful of years ago when Louisville beat Michigan for the national title. I picked the championship game, picked the champion. I was like, I don't think you can do much better than 3 out of 4, the championship game and the champion. So I've not filled one out since then. I do think this is the year Tennessee gets to the Final Four. I've been bullish on this the last several days. I just think the pass is one that Tennessee can navigate. It shouldn't panic anybody. But with this team, you never know. I mean, they could win it all. They could lose in the round of 32, and that's not a cop-out answer. I mean, that's just, really how they've kind of just been all over the map. But I really do. I'm bullish. I think this is the team that finally gets Tennessee to a Final Four.
Okay. Tennessee fans will take that. You can read coverage of what's going on with Tennessee basketball, baseball back in action, and SEC play this weekend, and Tennessee football coverage never stops. You know that. VolQuest.com to read the work from Austin and his colleagues. See and hear them there as well. Hey, Austin, we appreciate the time as always. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Austin Price of VolQuest joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline.
You know what, guys? That really wasn't nice. What you and Austin just did, the whole double team, that wasn't nice. Just want to let y'all know that.
Well, I don't even remember saying anything. I just asked questions. So does he have a VCR, or was there a crossover into the Blu-ray era? By the way, we come from the same era, so I can make those jokes. So does Austin. He's, I think, older than us, but.
Yeah, but still. You don't have to rub it in. That's all I'm saying. I'm disappointed in you, Josh. Not cool.
You know what? I owe you an apology.
I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. Is that what you're doing?
No, to be clear, I owe you one.
So you gonna be owing me for a while? When you gonna pay up?
Well, we'll just see how long that debt can hold.
At least it's on the way.
Consider it on the way.
It's on the way.
It's processing. We'll process on over to the final segment of today's show. We'll come back, wrap things up, and get ready for tomorrow. Big day, including Tennessee against Wofford in the NCAA tournament. We'll come back with one segment to go on Josh and Swain.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and it's time for the tournament. Are you ready to make some money? Go to FatJackSports.com and stop guessing and start winning. We won again last week. Everything turned to profit. Soccer was 8-1 again. Basketball had a great weekend, and UFC won for the 3rd week in a row. Want the baseball season for free? Sign up for football now, and it gets baseball for free. Go to FatJackSports.com. Less than $100 a week will have you building profit all during the tournament. FatJackSports.com to win. FatJackSports.com.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal and Josh and Swain Thursdays. They broadcast live from noon to 3 from Lay Sleep and Turkey Creek. The Bed Store has 7 convenient area locations with brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy. Shop mattresses, accessories, and get free delivery.
Good old East Tennessee, we know family, hard work, and helping your neighbors still means a lot. I'm Nick Whitehead with Whitehead Auto Sales in Alcoa and Knoxville. Our family-owned and operated business is celebrating our 20-year anniversary. Our pillars are those 3 items: family, hard work, and helping your neighbor. Experience the difference of why we've been voted #1 in Blount County for years now, and why we've expanded to Chapman Highway to help even more. Visit WhiteheadAutosales.com or come shake our hands for a deal you can't find anywhere else. 20 years from our family to yours at Whitehead Auto Sales.
At the YMCA of East Tennessee, your membership comes with so much more than just access to the gym. Group classes like yoga, body pump, Zumba, Pilates, Ultimate Fit, and water aerobics are all included. Need childcare while you work out? No problem. Whether you're an elite athlete training for the Knoxville Marathon or stepping into the gym for the very first time, yes, we'll even help you turn on the treadmill. You'll find all the support you need at the Y. 5 locations in Knoxville, unlimited possibilities. Join the Y today at ymcaknoxville.org, the YMCA of East Tennessee, for a better us.
Discover your next adventure at Ober Mountain in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Elevate your trip to Ober with an activity wristband suited to your adventurous spirit. Begin your journey on the Gatlinburg Tram to Ober Mountain, where you'll find an adventure for everyone. Friends and family of all ages will enjoy unlimited rides on the mountain coaster and alpine slide, ice skating, ice bumper cars, the jumpy pillow for tiny tots, and visiting animal friends in the wildlife encounter. A ride on the new Sky Village Express lift to the scenic deck is not to be missed. Other adventures include the Cloudcatcher Zipline and summertime mountain biking. Plan your visit now. Check out Obermountain.com or call 800-MUCH-FUN. Friday morning at 9, visit 991thesportsanimal.com for this week's sweet deal. Get 2 adult wristbands for the price of 1 to Ober Mountain. Sweet deals are your chance to experience some of the finest restaurants and attractions East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices.
Thank you for making Total Wine & More America's #1 online source for spirits, beer, and wine. Better than all those delivery apps. Total Wine's prices are up to 30% lower with super fast delivery and no hidden fees. Order direct at TotalWine.com and pay less today.
Drink responsibly, B21. Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doot doot, and sometimes it's like grrrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Thank you for making Total Wine & More America's #1 online source for spirits, beer, and wine. Better than all those delivery apps. Total Wine's prices are up to 30% lower with super fast delivery and no hidden fees. Order direct at TotalWine.com and pay less today.
Drink responsibly, B21.
The Sports Animal app has a special second stream and a link to our latest videos. Download the Sports Animal app.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
We're back on Josh and Swain for the final segment of today's show. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Thanks again to Eli for producing. Remember, you can go back and listen to any of the show. Search Josh and Swain anywhere you get your podcasts. If you're an Apple listener, always appreciate those ratings and reviews. Dustin in the text box, sensitive Swain. So there's petty Swain. There's confident Swain.
I have a soft side. I think it's important that we all have a soft side.
That is important.
Yeah.
I agree. Justin was going to give me his free rental at Hollywood Video, but not now. I was a big video movies to go kid. Stopped by there a lot.
Yeah, I was.
Blockbuster, of course, very popular.
Oh, yeah, man.
Remember the video movies to go jingle? Is a good one.
Man. Those were the days.
Those were.
I remember.
Now we're upset if we have to pay $2.99 to rent a movie on a digital device that delivers it to us immediately.
That and the fact that some of these streaming services, their prices creep up every month.
I will say I continue to have challenges logging in or connecting to my ESPN Plus. I was having an issue last night trying to catch Tennessee baseball. So if anybody can help me with that, I would appreciate it.
Just read the fine print, Josh. You're good at that.
I struggled earlier today trying to read a piece of paper, so we'll try to get there. All right, Tennessee plays tomorrow. Very excited about that. Tennessee and Wofford, 6:50 tip-off.
I love watching us play. You're going to get effort. The last 2 games have been really cool to see us compete, at a high level. Those were Final Four games right there, Elite 8 games. So,
man, didn't they feel like it?
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, if you're Rick Barnes and you are any player on this basketball team, don't let the intensity waver. Like, keep that same intensity you had at the SEC tournament and force teams to match your intensity, your sense of urgency, your attention to detail. Don't play down to the competition. That's why when I saw the line at 18, I was surprised.
First game of the day tomorrow, 12:15 is when the action will get started in Lexington, where Tennessee will play tomorrow night. So the first session opens with Louisville-Creighton. That'll be a good one in the 8-9 matchup. And then at 12:40, it'll be Purdue against High Point. So a lot of High Point fans locally taking on Purdue tomorrow.
Let's go High Point.
1:30 tomorrow, Wisconsin-Montana. Houston will take on SIU Edwardsville. Predict Houston's going to win that one. And then Auburn will play at 2:50 against Alabama State.
Oh, in-state rivalry.
That's what it is. By the way, they're
not the Iron Bowl. That's
No.
what they should call that game.
Yeah.
Not the Iron Bowl.
Clemson McNeese 3:15. So games that are coming out of the Midwest in the early portion tomorrow. There is a report that Will Wade and NC State have an agreement for him to become the next head coach there.
Shocked.
A lot of people are
I'm shocked
after
that they let
McNeese
this
State
get out.
finishes its season. They play Clemson tomorrow. If Clemson wins, as expected, Will Wade is probably the head coach at NC State before the end of the weekend.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let this get out, man. I mean, those players got to go play, and unless Will Wade's already told them, and half of those players will be with him at NC State. But
yeah, I wonder there.
It's just weird that they let this get out right now. Got to be first, right?
Be a good hire, though.
That's a great hire for NC State.
Yep. All right, before we close out today's show, we hit the power poll.
Captain, we're losing power in the warp engine. Nuclear power pants.
What's up? I'm Kenny Powers.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
I have the power!
With great power comes great responsibility.
Full power, Mr. Scott.
All righty, Swain, we look ahead to tomorrow's games. We're doing 5 here. Top 5 games of day number 1. Two best days you can argue in sports. Basketball all day long. The excitement of your bracket before it burns up over the next 2 days. So your top 5 games tomorrow to watch in the NCAA tournament.
Well, I had Clemson and McNeese State at number 5, but I just don't know now that it's out there that he's going to be even NC State. It could be a great
Maybe
thing.
this fires them up even more.
Maybe. But I'm going to replace them just because of that and err on the side of caution. I'm going UC San Diego and Michigan, number 5. Number 4, I'm going Drake and Mizzou. Number 3, VCU and BYU. Number 2, Creighton, Louisville. And number 1, Arkansas, Kansas.
A good list. Number 5, I've got a scouting assignment for everybody. It's going to be late, but Utah State and UCLA tomorrow night. The winner of that game projected to play Tennessee if the Vols can beat Wofford tomorrow night. So
Sure.
Tennessee has to take care of business first.
Sure, Josh.
If Wofford were to pull off the impossible, you're going to be on the show Friday?
Yep.
Okay. I have Creighton,
I ain't the
Louisville
one that
number
played and lost the game.
That's right. Creighton, Louisville, number 4. I think that's going to be a good one. McDermott, I think yesterday was like, well, why is this team an 8 seed? Why are we playing this team? Not too thrilled about it. I have UC San Diego, Michigan, number 3. VCU, BYU, number 2. Arkansas, Kansas. I think it'll be a good game. It has all the storylines going in. We get Calipari versus Self again. Somebody mentioned, hey, Mario Chalmers won't be there for Kansas this time, so maybe Cal can rest easy on that one.
True.
So good games coming up tomorrow. Tennessee will be among them. A later game. Didn't put that on the list, though, because if we're talking about best games, should not be one of the most competitive. I thought about Georgia Gonzaga. That'll be a good one in an 8-9 matchup.
Yeah, you're right. That'll be a good one.
That is the power poll to close out the show. Our top 5 games to watch tomorrow, and we will discuss them as they take place. 12:15 will be the start of tomorrow's basketball action. We'll start up tomorrow at 12 o'clock in Turkey Creek at the Bed Store. Would love for you to stop by and say hello tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll see you and talk to you tomorrow right here on Josh and Swain.
Breaking news. Bet365 is now live in